Um, let's see. Here we go.
Domino's best deal ever. I'm car accident injury attorney Jared Blakely from Blakely Law Firm.
Come on,
Here
really?
To speak to you about cardiac health in our pets.
Ay, ay,
We
ay.
recently lost our beloved Cujo to heart failure. So we won't
Off away from this one. We're in a better position. We'll just see what happens and watch this one comfortably from our sofas.
It's interesting as well. You know, you look at that play.
So I'm sorry, guys. I am really out of this. There we go. Let me do this. Put up this.
In fact, there's so many teams already reset themselves. And
So listen, I have to apologize to you guys. I was zonked out yesterday, and it's because I didn't sleep well, and plus I had to have my blood drawn. But I just want to see something. What I heard from the Shopify Rebellions regarding one of their players.
It is frustrating when you're trying to take these fights. I think it was Dinos in the end who put a couple of bullets towards Aurora.
So
they had some long-range weapons to do so. And they repeat it, peeking, doing the damage required.
if you guys don't know what's going on, it's the survival ones, because
I think if you put pressure on your shoulders from the moment that you get into these games, you're really going to struggle. A reminder to everyone who's watching as well, not just here in Paris, but
for their
home as well. 10
team.
games is the series today. We are in for a marathon of Apex Legends. The latter games. I think there's going to be a few tired faces when we get to those final moments.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the mathematicians who are trying to work out what the cutoff's going to be during match one. But when we start to get towards the latter stages,
I want to see if they can put the cameras on the Shopify Rebellion to see it's true.
Yesterday, it was tight when we were in one of the group stage games. You know, we had the three-way tie, 3 teams on 61 points. Sadly, Elite didn't get that turkey they were looking for 3-group match one. But then you look at the other side when qualification for match point finals.
Of course, they've been lazily been forgetting to fix up stuff and whatnot, but
So far, and it's been brilliant to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Kinder on the way in today from Elite Esports, and I mentioned to him, I was like, I can't believe you left me having to look at 199 all night. Can you just got 200? He was like, dude, I know. I'm sorry as well when we died in that final game. And I was just as annoyed, but hey, you'll take first place.
Oh.
The points tally is we're back in
The game is on pause, and we'll focus on Dinos who are involved in that little scuffle we saw on that southwest building.
Dinos will be happy to go back
all
to
right.
where they
Let's
came from.
see.
Pre-extinction is now. The zone is going to continue to move a little bit further south, but away really from the buildings that Virtus Pro and Aurora are currently hovering around. Now this is
I just want to see something. Is that the Shopify Rebellions? Yep, it is. I just really want to see how the Shopify Rebellions are doing. Because apparently, I have to tell you guys something. I found out one of the Shopify Rebellion's original team players, it's not doing so good. And I'll show you why in a minute, if I can.
He's just waiting for his teammates to engage, or maybe he's just looking for a peek. If someone jumps up onto that roof, Iyaka on the drone is going to be able to scan and let him know exactly where Virtus Pro are. Here comes the climb. He's just going to wait for another scan, I think, before he decides whose first victim may become. Yeah, they've just got to be careful. They're well aware.
Which I gotta give respect.
Could get involved in this fight, but they are certainly planning an attack at the moment. That break cosplays are amazing. That keyboard's amazing as well. I'm just going to put it out there as there's the EMP as a
To them, in a way.
EMP's exchange between the two teams. Taskmaster playing that corner, watching that void passage, making sure that Effect cannot get that free pick. VP are holding extremely well here.
Yeah, the frustrating thing about trying to take any building off a caustic is it's stinky. It is not enjoyable, and it's very difficult.
I'm sorry, guys. If you hear me eating or drinking.
this uncomfortable
I gotta do my. I'm just having breakfast right now. So
So you're just paying so much attention to your shields in those fights that when the caustic barrels are activating this chipping away at your health, you kind of almost don't realize it. When the shields get broken, all of a sudden you've only got.
so actually, wait. We're in the first match. Nothing happened yet. Oh,
You find yourself on your back, so you've got to be aware.
maybe I did good.
QQ just took down one.
I've been having a hard time sleeping
That secured their first point of
because
game.
I have to deal with a lot of things going on.
Plenty of time for both of these teams. There's not a panic immediately. This zone is going to be very comfortable.
See a fuse over here, maybe?
Boy, do they want it here, Aurora. And this has been isolated for quite some time. No one from the center of zone feels like they need to join this. Even Dinos have decided, you know, this isn't worth it. We'll think about the team that wins.
Here's the MP again. And Effect is looking to move in and get that first knock once more. Huge damage coming out of Effect, and it is going to be the fuse off the motherload from onto Prestis from Oirain that gives Aurora that first knock. They waited for those abilities to be available, but Oirain is down. It's a 2v2 inside this building. 2v2.
Let's see how things are going.
Dino starting to get involved. DJ Killer up to the top.
Okay.
Have a little look here. We could pick up the pieces, and Aurora have to be careful.
DJ Killer causing some problems. Aurora down to 1, down to 0.
Oh, jeez. Aurora was eliminated.
Not very long by the looks of things because Dinos have been waiting for
Let's see.
the opportunity to strike.
All right, so I'm gonna try to explain this while we're watching. I want to keep an eye out on Shopify Rebellions because I had no idea what happened yesterday till I found out. So one of the players known as Fury got sick, and it's not just I shouldn't say got sick. He was not doing so. It was something that I guess I'll show later. So instead, they got a substitute. Apparently, they had to borrow one from the Crazy Thieves, technically Crazy Raccoon / 100 Thieves player known as Phony. And to be honest, I had no. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. To be honest, I never had a chance to.
Jump over to DCG now.
I never had the chance to see him play. So if they can put the camera on him, I'll be happy to see how he does it.
Some of those scans
To be honest,
destroyed, and now
and I hope you guys can understand that. So hopefully,
as well, but
this feels like technically a
DCG, I don't
cheering for
force this one too
Shopify Rebellion / Crazy Raccoon /
west a little bit.
um
They are just going to back away for now.
100 Thieves.
Dinos have to
Slightly.
lost their spot to Shopify Rebellion at the moment. So
I hope everybody's okay with that.
about pushing things, but Shopify Rebellion might have been able to capitalize about the gap that they found in the map.
shout out Holtic, shout out the Hermit Crabs. Moving up to take away someone else's spot. Now Gen G, they might be having their game taken away from them. They're going to get slid on here as PXX.
You know, I don't, and by the way, I don't blame
This time around, back over to Neo though.
Fury, and I saw what he posted on X. I'll show you guys.
And it's going to be DCG who
And I think should be everybody's concern for their own health. So where are we? Oh, Neil got eliminated. So just understand, this is the survival to see who's gonna join those in the
There is Roy, the babyface.
in the championships for the next for tomorrow. Because then it'll go down from those who survive this. This will be part of the
KG, we mentioned how G
filling
one kill in the lobby. Well,
the rest of the spots. So they would see who would win this. So hopefully, I just want to see how.
on that void next
Oh wow,
keep the knockdown shield
Kino. That's Kino Trope.
Gets one,
Oh, right? I don't know. So confused.
doesn't get the second.
So
BKG are going to be down to just the two.
let's see how this goes.
Starting to join the action here.
Yeah, that's Kino Trope. Oh,
And that's
I don't know why it says C, but it should be
in the
Kino
northeast at the moment. You've
Trope.
got 6 teams that are all eyeing each other up. I'm curious to see whether anyone's going to try and rotate a
Let's
little bit down
see.
to the southern side. I think TIE have been the biggest winners of this zone ball right now. And they find
So
themselves in center.
well, BKG have managed to get the reset a little
I understand where
And then hit.
everybody's coming from. So
bit of a lonely landing.
I feel bad that what happened with Fury, and I hope he's and I hope he's gonna get better soon. And I think we may have to consider what's going on. And I think everybody should never have this happen. Oh, Team RRQ got eliminated. Oh boy. So they're after. Yep, there goes Wolves Esports. I can't believe how bad it is.
Still a couple more engagements happening on the north. PXX are trying to force their way in at the moment, but they're being held out by DCG and Zipline Mafia. Still have a solo that is away from the rest of the team.
All right, let's see how this goes. Enter Force 36 is eliminated. Kino Trope got eliminated. I swear. Those guys were doing so good. Now they're like fading. So, Shockwaves Rebellions didn't get eliminated. They're hanging on. Good.
And now with Roy down, it's down to DCG. Xiaoche looking to clutch for his team, but Synetic will. Before Fun Esports.
Oh, never mind. Shopify Rebellions were eliminated. That stinks. Ninja's Pajamas was eliminated. So is PXX. So, who's hanging on? Revolve's gone. Jeez. Oh, excuse me for the burp thing. I'm never saying it's because of my breakfast.
Sadly, with a poor match 6, they couldn't quite get over that finish line. But they are definitely a team who can thrive in this lobby.
I tell you what, this frag grenade might be followed by some very big numbers. Shooby!
Flat was eliminated. Oh. Oh, I see what's going on. JD Gaming is showing their stuff.
And 5 kills that are going to help JDG set themselves up a little bit further.
Wow.
I like this position that they currently take.
This might be. Oh, a fight on the bridge. That's crazy.
Is it right to push it?
Oh.
Safe inside this zone.
Let's see how this goes.
Champ finds out.
Oh, wow. There got. Wow, Tiger was eliminated.
Couldn't quite fortify that middle spot, which potentially was a game-winning spot, and maybe they give the opportunity to JDG now. Check if it's who are being very resilient this game.
Alright, let's see, because who's hanging on right now? Oh yeah, Zip Mafia.
We're gonna have to see here if Excuse can use it in the way that he needs to force Zipline Mafia a little bit closer.
Zipline Mafia's hanging on.
Now they do have the boy passage to get back up to that high ground if they need to.
Oh, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm a little bit having a cold and whatnot.
Worth noting as well, JDG, the only team running a Watson alive in this lobby at the moment, and the fact they are controlling the high ground really helps having those fences compared to the gas that you're going to see from the Caustics. And yes, that will
Okay. Danos was eliminated. Wow. Oh wait, I see that. I saw that. That was floating. He was going for off the top rope. Nope, not today. DK Esports and VK Gaming was eliminated. What the crap, man?
And you can see what it meant to him. JDG are dominating the lobby right now. 8 kills for this man. A superstar in the making. And now he's living up to that.
Zipline Mafia are going to take that point nexus below JD Gaming, so perhaps that will turn attention to 4Fun on their rotation in. It's really going to depend
Wow.
on
Okay, Zipline Mafia.
plays out, and then there is an option for Zipline Mafia to try and stay as low and quiet
I
as
see. They're hanging on. This is. I try to watch these guys, but you know. Okay, I see what's going on.
Find the space that's safe.
Yep, get them.
Void passes through. That staircase will help them. But now you can see how easy these shots should be to hit here for Float. Zipline Mafia in the open. We've seen one bang.
Start healing. No, shields. Definitely shields. My bad.
Is taking this game over. He's already got 8.
now they have to start thinking about 4Fun though.
Yep, time to get down there.
But Floating still has
So for Zipline Mafia was eliminated. Wow. So for fun, esports and JD Gamer last two, and whoa, for fun, esports got the first win. Wow, they got their win, I should say. I don't know. That's wild.
At one point yesterday, for fun, the question was, are they even going to make it into the survival stage? And then it turned
Okay.
even make match point finals.
So anyway,
And even though they just
I want to quickly show you something while we are on topic. So, oh wait.
that win, fantastic. You were almost taking all the pressure off your shoulders, saying, hey, we might if we just have a good game here or there.
So anyway,
The series, but the fact
I want to bring my attention to Shopify Rebellions. I don't know how I got to that, but I'll show you the official. I don't know how I got to that, but it took me to just scroll the information. So, this is what happened. I guess I didn't realize what happened yesterday. So, Shopify Rebellions posted this regarding our Apex roster at Split 1 playoffs. So, this is what happened yesterday. Emergency roster update. So, it says here, due to a personal emergency, Koifo will be sitting out for today's match. We have been allowed to have an emergency substitute in his place, and Phony will be subbing in for the match. And then the update is for today. Koifo remains subbed out as he tends to his health. Phony will continue as our current standing. So, crap. So, and then here's X New. He says, going to give it all today with the super sub. Again, Phony. So, and then, of course, this the video. So there he is. At least they could have at least they should let him have they should have a blank Rebellion no name Shopify Rebellion jersey just prepared for him. Or should let him wear his 100 Thieves Crazy Raccoons jersey. I don't know. So wait, let me just. Oh yeah, and by the way, I also want to show. I'm sorry, I'm feeling weird, but here also. So here is his account. See, CRT Phony. That stands for Crazy Raccoons Thieves. Actually, it's Crazy Thieves. And you can see here, 100 Thieves. He's Apex player, but there's the Crazy Raccoons logo as well. Oh. Anyway, this is what he posted yesterday. I got you. Don't even stress. Be ready for grand finals at Koifo. And that's actually, I guess he had an old photo of him. And he's feeling everybody, but I'm surprised he's there. And anyway, and this is Koifo. And this is what happened. He revealed that. It says here, due to overheating, blacking out, and severe dehydration, Phony FPS will be playing for me today. Extremely blessed and grateful to have my teammates and at Vertex Psych, I guess, to take care of me in such a scary time. Thank you to everyone for the prayers and kind messages. I'm already feeling better and recovering as fast as I can to continue the show in the finals. And I like that Apex Legends and esports and Wigs telling him to get better. And I like this. Apex Legends, rest well, hope to see you in the finals. Yeah, I hope so. And then Wig says, feel better, my guy, rest up. See, this is why he's known as Nice Wig, because he's nice. So hopefully, I hope he's doing better. And for those who are wondering, thing. Yeah, so that's what's of him, I guess. So, I guess you could say the Shopify Rebellions are smart. I guess they got a deal going on with from Nicewig. So anyway, I just really wanted to show you guys that in case you were wondering. Because I felt bad.
It definitely reminds me
There we go.
it may seem like from the outside perspective that it's hectic, and I know it is, especially with like the way our dynamic works with Koi compared to Zap. But
So I was wondering if I knew who was there with everybody, and it was
I think if we're gonna do great,
him.
like yeah, it's like there's not too much pressure. You know, at the end of the day, we're here for Koi now, and like we're all here to prove something. You know,
How is Koi doing?
he's doing better. Like, he won't be playing, but other than that, you know, we're
What the heck's going on? And the stream's down. God dang it.
speedy recovery.
Let me ask you a question. Did you anticipate getting to this position, being in survival stage? Did you guys think it would go a little bit smoother? And if so, kind of what changed and what's changing now for you in terms of your strategy going into this?
Yeah, I mean, it really sucks because, I mean, as we saw that last group, we literally won the last game. We were feeling great coming into the next group, and Phony, but you know, at the end of the day, we
We can hate on Phony, man.
we don't have our teammate, and you know, it does kind of suck. But I mean, Phony's the GOAT for being here. I appreciate it, and we're just gonna show up. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like there's not much.
Yeah, I think I'm learning my lesson
Last
for
time I
that.
talked to you, you were focused on getting the gluten-free croissant. Now you need to win in survival stage. It's survival. Just any comments on what it's like going into this moment again?
So,
I'm not
glad
really
to see
sure.
Phony's
I've
is
been to
there.
this stage too many times where survival stage, losers bracket. It's really no pressure for me. Obviously, it's no pressure for Zainu. We've been in the same stage before together. We're just gonna look to show up and show out for our boy. That's literally all it is at the end of the day. I love it, guys. Well, congratulations on getting here, and good luck today. I know we're gonna be excited. A lot of people will be rooting for you to succeed. Phony, Zainu, Shopify Rebellion. We'll let them get going. Get ready for survival stage on survival day.
I hope so.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Survivor stage here at the Apex
To-
Global Series Split One Play.
Oh no, it's Vic.
WC
It's
2026, where
it's
for fun,
Vicky
just took
Kitty.
our first game on E District with some double-digit KP. But
I'm hoping I could see more for him playing. I'm glad he's filling in. And this is because of how bad it is and is right now in the Paris. I don't blame them.
Yeah, it was a really interesting end game for sure. But of course,
There
you
we
have to be
go.
happy with the double
Vic
digit
Kitty,
kills. The fact that Floaty was
E,
able to grab
and
9
Spider
kills alone
Tiff.
in the first map of E-District.
My favorite
Coming into the
duo.
series, starting off on E-District,
Oh
it's probably
God,
not what
why am I
anything
saying
wants to do,
that?
but maybe it is, because they are one of the
I
worst
see you girls are
performing
on my
teams
top
on
3
E-District. They had 18
duels.
total points on the group stage
'Cause
from E-District
You
alone.
go, if
They
you want to
picked
know
it
why
up
they're
to
my part of my
50th,
top
but
3
you're
as we
coming out
speak,
immediately
is because
grabbing
depending
20
on,
points, which
I'm
means
not
you
talking about
bested
in
your
Apex,
entire
I'm talking
E-District series
every
from the past
esports,
week in
or
one
it's
game.
for
That's the start I'm talking
everywhere.
about.
I mean, it's at the moment
Those
that
two are
the
gonna
loser
be on my
and the
top
didn't
3.
convert into it, but when you
If
start
I had
off
to do
strong
it,
like
if
that,
I had to do a top 5,
as I hear
it
the
would be a
crowd behind
doozy.
me, the super fans giving them energy. Here in Paris, guys, game number 2. We move back over onto E District. We say goodbye to Crypto. And if we follow suit with the way that these pick and bans have really worked out for these different maps here, especially on the E District, it's probably going to be Seer going away for game number 2.
You're 100% accurate in that assumption.
Okay,
Here with
so
18 total picks
let's.
in our lobby,
I'm
over with
hoping
a
to
close
keep an eye on
17 just
Shopify
behind it.
Rebellions.
You imagine that these teams are going to be hyper aggro as you look at where we're kind of starting, right? Tyler FBS locking in the Watson. They'll have access to those ring consoles, but you think
Let's
about
see,
kind of
where are
do
we
they
right
have that
now?
at their POI, and will they be able to grab that information in a neighboring area? For City Hall, for them, they do have a survey beacon, so and a ring console.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, so they'll know.
So
that we are
there's
heading
our. So there's
right back
Shopify
down south.
Rebellions.
Street Market with
And
WGR Neo is going to feel really
and
nicely
the
as
Shopify
soon as they
Rebellions
see
and
that
their crazy
information that they have
and their
offered.
crazy
First blow
thief
yet again from Viza,
teammate.
putting a quick evac tower and trying to set up
They're not
shop.
in that
Yes, they went
circle.
out earlier
Some
in round
are,
one,
some
so they need a
aren't.
bit of retribution
They're trying to
here,
go work
but
their way
they set
into
up
the
shop
circle.
so nicely, and I'm curious to see which building they're going to look to lock down. They do come off the caustic and grab Watson since there are no cryptos in the lobby, which I think is going to be much better to hold those buildings.
Yeah, and it's kind of to deal
Oh, yeah, I
with
gotta
the
do
altars
something
too,
as well.
right? We were talking about how much space Boston controls, and you know, when it comes to having that side by side with those barrels set down, and then having to deal with the EMP, sure, it could delete all your hard work.
Hang on,
But now
just
that
make
crypto's
sure
not
it
in the
is.
lobby, you bring forth the Watson to deal with all these pesky teleporting altars all up in your face when it comes to dealing with the void passage, and how you're going to be able to find the positioning and timing to take some of these fights when it comes to
So,
high and low ground. That's
I guess I'm not the only one who started stream, and I don't know if he has permission. And Jake Maverick.
And imagine here with teams like
Oh,
Shopify, that's
okay.
going all the way out from the
There's
north
Flat
side where
at
Resort is.
Team
They're already
Flat.
rotating themselves.
Jeez.
Other teams like Flat 2 who are now making their move out of Viaduct. I do believe Wolves Esports are taken to the skies. Yeah, right on top of them. You can see the pressure already. But they're just going to be wrapping around them and going in from the southern side of Viaduct, because there is that southern choke rotation that would
Oh,
lead to
dang
into
it.
market.
They immediately, you're right, anchor down on the south side. Now, Wolves, of course, coming in as the #1 seed from APAC South. This team are one of the best performers when it comes to E-District. So the fact that they were not able to lock down a good score in map #1, starting from Humbert Labs, which has one of the highest average points per game, right? They were able to achieve it with a 22nd pick. That's what we need, though. I was looking at it, Vicky, I'm thinking like 8 points per game across 10 games should get you there. So PXX, we're already about 5 to 10 points shy of that.
I mean, when you got to be in the top 6, this is why it's called the Survivor stage, and it gets brutal at the start for a lot of our teams who want to soak up those points early. That's why you saw the likes of even JD Gaming coming in swinging. Dinos, who also had a pretty strong start themselves, aside from our Game 1 winners like ForFun, who once again had that 10 KP, Aurora. And Jay Reddy was gasping right there, and where Aurora was taking a lot of these risky fights in the middle where these zones were pulling. Next to question how that's going to work out for them. You can see the pings, you can see how they're going to be able to rotate now deeper in, and it's going to be against PXX, DCG, also to their north side, but it's the fight for the info, as there is that console right on top of their building.
So curious to see what Aurora do here across Deep Cross Gaming, considering it has definitely been a major underperformance for that team over there, right? It was a really slow start in the groups. They went 33, 18, 19 points across the board. So I'm saying if you're getting 19 points in a 6-game series and we got map 1 with a 0, you're gonna have to have an explosive game to turn it around. And Deep Cross Gaming, we got a couple of points on that map. They are definitely gonna hold this ultimate height on Aurora well.
Let's see. Okay.
It's just so crazy.
Sorry,
to
I
see
just
how
have.
our
I forgot.
heavyweights
I'm getting a little distracted. My bad.
struggling
I was
out
supposed to
here.
post
Aurora still trying to
something.
find their footing. VKG, our former EWC champions too, finding themselves with 9 total points, looking up at the team right above them in Viaduct, which is still flat. They have not moved from this position. It's going to be hard for them to do so, considering that NIP are to themselves as well as Wolves Esports. But with the amount of altars here, this is what you can expect, right? You have the TP to just reset here. Having to be careful with the way that these teams try to push onto you with that void passage, easily being able to be the elevator to put you up on the high ground.
This is going to be so interesting.
Okay,
because I
where
love the
are
pace of
we
our play,
now?
right? The survival
So nobody
stage
got-
is all about
somebody
our
got out
smart
yet.
engagements and making sure that you don't fall too early. You saw just yesterday in our final matches of the series and stuff, everything was so much more amplified. Teams were going out faster. And I was thinking, would that start off the same? Would teams int and take these aggressive pushes that actually don't make sense because they just feel like they can take it? But NIP, a team that I feel is very momentum-based. At least they started warming up in that last game of the series to find themselves here. And all the Nessies hiding around. Please don't fall in there. Please don't fall in there.
Oh no, a Nessie on the machine.
Looks like he actually does go and
Oh, somebody protect that.
I love it. The amount of
Somebody
Nessies here in the
protect
arena.
that
Trying
Nessie.
to alleviate the pressure here, but it's a lot with a lot of these teams too, stuck on the north side, like E36, who get to see information onto Neon Square. Neo, who will be trailing right behind them. Aurora still against DCG, but it's a huge pileup over by Viaduct, where Flat are holding their ground. King of the Hill, VK Gaming still playing off that low ground here as the exhibit is called in. The knock from the low ground here. Dictalos is holding the high ground for the rest of VP. Press is now following up, and with a quick cleanup at that. Peanut Order cannot run away. Good luck with that, as TIE is the first team out of this lobby for game number 2.
And this is a
Oh,
great
boy.
fight for VP in particular.
Really?
Because we know where they start on that south side, and they immediately want to take some of those pressures off their location. They are in the center of zone in particular right now, but just in map number 1 alone, they had so many teams that were fighting for their building. As we pull up the map, you can see they are just below For Fun and Dinos, which honestly, I wouldn't really want to be set up that close to Dinos. They are actually, honestly, I said they were playing like ranked in map. They were just pushing everything. They were incredibly confident with their fights, which you have to be in survival. But look up on the screen toward the top right side of things. Gen G Esports are coming out of Galleria, and they did get access to that survey beacon, likely saw Zipline Mafia and Shopify Rebellion as they're carving through Energy Bank. It's a rather open POI that you don't want to find yourself in, especially too long, because so many people are running longbows, 30-30s, those triple takes, they're hurting. But Neo looking for some points.
You can expect it too when it comes to a map like E-District, whether it be the triple take, the hemlock in hand, and unfortunately Neo losing out on their Valkyrie, one of the few teams rocking out on the Valkyrie. See the wrecking ball now, DJ, who has been popping off 5 total off that first game alone, still sticking to the altar, dropping down as Chaos is going to be able to get the follow-up now. Only one left for Neo. If they could stay alive here, Joshua was going to try to run away, being on the Seer himself. But Dino, you mentioned it earlier, Tiff. This team.
Oh boy,
for game number 1.
Neo's about to go out.
Points, but they still got the double-digit KP the way that they opened up the game for E-District.
I mean, 16 points is a strong start, considering in one of their entire group series of 6 games, it was 24 points and 20 respectively. So we're already putting ourselves that much further ahead in a 10-game series. I told you they're being aggressive, and they came in feeling confident. A team that needs to do that is on your screen. Enter Force 36, hailing from APAC North. They've been fighting a little disjointed lately, and with Oakley joining them back in March after their strong performance in Champs, we know Synap is the IGL there, but I fear with Oakley kind of counter-calling, maybe we're hesitating just a bit too much on starting those fights.
Having to clean that up, hopefully, especially when we're going to be saying goodbye to our 7th to 20th place teams at the end of the day over the course of these 10 games. 9 left to go. Shopify Rebellion. Got to hear a little bit from Zainu and Phony. Love getting their thoughts, thanks to Rain Day. And before they start rotating together, they are isolated for the meantime. Coming out of the north side, they will eventually rotate into Kinotrope if they commit going through the choke that leads into draft point. But if they do want to clear their backs, teams like Gen G, Zipline, as Aurora do have that Void Nexus out just in case. They're playing on the edge of zone. They're looking to their backs to ensure that PXX do not wrap on them.
And I'm immediately looking to the altar players on our teams, because with everything ending towards Street Market, you're going to have a lot of these like covered small areas that teams are going to set up with their Watsons, right? And those portal plays are going to have to be so massive to open it up. You're going to have to destroy the pylon and then lay siege with nades, especially with Crypto being out of the lobby. So I love where Aurora is on that outside. You will need to defend, and with PXX starting to kind of lay some grounds, get some information on what their setup looks like, we have to be hyper aware. And you see Hiarka immediately calling that out.
It's kind of like the rock, paper, scissors too, because while Aurora's looking to their backs, essentially PXS are doing something similar, because a rotate from Viaduct could come out of Wolves, and then they could collapse on PXX, and that could be a 3P opportunity for Aurora to clear their backs. As long as the southern side of this zone is clear, Aurora will be able to have a way easier rotate, but it also depends on how that zone pool is, because we've seen these market zones pull kind of closer to VP by that hilltop, as Gen G in some trouble, still stuck outside of zone because it was a Shopify Rebellion who were looking to their backs. Gen G are going to have to take their time. At least they have the med kits ready, and of course with the altars too, it provides an easier rotation. We just saw it right there from Shopify. They're moving now up, avoiding Kinotrope from that choke.
Zainu is the one that tanks.
Market on this rotate is great for them.
Only thing I'm worried about with them is they do not have an exhibit. Why can't I even say exhibit? Seer man, the things that you do to me. They don't have an exhibit available for their next fight in that circle, right?
Ah, jeez. I feel bad for Spiritive. Vic Kitty made her brain scrambled. Girl.
Why is my intrusive thoughts wanting the crazy Kraber shots?
It's because we've been seeing so much of that action, man. It's been crazy. I mean, imagine with the way the
Okay,
playing. I don't know
okay,
what he was doing,
girls.
but the way he was trying to take these flanking angles, it works a lot. It works. The way he plays aggressively, it's beautiful. I mean, that's what you need from an entry fragment.
Well, here's the deal, guys. I'm having trouble speaking, so let's get into a JDG Gaming listen-in.
Yeah, please. Fix your brain, dude. Ay, ay, ay.
Just keep following me.
Can also evac.
We have the third party for like this, bro. I don't think we evac. I think it's just all in.
Alright, can we try to 3, 2, 1 a team?
Yeah, wait, we're gonna peek together. I'm
I'm
maybe
not
queue up the
gonna
bridge
use
first? No. Yeah, bridge. Ready?
Alright, let's see how this is going.
Come here, peeking. Ready? Peek this belly on the left. Walk. Peek.
Alright.
I have a crate, bro. Okay, let me shoot first.
Blue there.
Ready? On the roof.
Mm.
I'm sliding and peeking.
They're sliding.
Ready?
Shoot. Shooting.
I'm ready. Sliding up, guys.
He's anchoring now.
He is, yeah, he is. It's fine. Just you're fine. Bird hitting.
Walk forward. They're back.
Okay, got it in. Hold on.
Okay.
Q, shoot me. Whatever you Q.
Echo drone's protective. Uh-oh.
Also 100.
I just died, bro.
I got one.
Oh, they're being fried right now.
Runs. Nice. Get to that. Nice.
Oh, JD Gamer got eliminated.
Going down. I like the way that Naughty tried to calm that.
There's our boy Phony. Let's go.
Engage in a fight that the
I can't believe Genji got them.
stuck in the zone for
Holy
so long.
smokes.
Have now wrapped on 2
That's
teams.
crazy.
JDG out. Shopify Rebellion to meet their doom back into the lobby. And Genji have come from the north side. VK Gaming, though, inching in from the other side of the choke that would neighbor Genji.
That is
but a lot of these
wild.
teams, if we see where the zone is pulling Tiff, is going to be pulling towards RRQ.
Look, RRQ have been so good at calling these zones, especially with them being the best
That
team
was
on E-District
wild.
with 50% of their points coming from E-District alone. Neo, though, the majority of theirs from fights. And they have looked scary. But Ninjas in Pajamas, after they heated up, decided to do
Okay,
enough to
Ninjas
push
in
them
Pajamas.
back away. They say you cannot rotate through this. 39 seconds, though, and still 3
crazy.
teams on this side and a long way to go. So Exhibit is down, and PXX are about to take it to him. That Maggie ball going crazy, and 2 going solo. Ninjas in Pajamas, gear up. We've
Oh,
got
wow.
It's like they're inking themselves, man. Like, you literally can't even
Uh-oh.
I'm so low. He actually come in
Oh my.
trying to pull out.
Wait. PXX might go out.
And then, oh my
Who's
God,
going to go out first?
when he tried to delay
Oh,
the
it might, yeah, PXX went out.
passage, I mean, this is a
Ninjas in Pajamas are trying to hang on.
NIP now down
And
to a duo. We're current going
banner
down to the
recovery,
fight.
I guess, is a
Dancing
good
around
thing.
the shield with the
But
win.
it could be. Whoa! Wolves Esports got eliminated! And it's actually because the Ninjas in Pajamas did some cleaning.
Zip or within the vicinity.
Wow, that's wild!
That
Jeez!
insane, the collapse. Few
Yes!
seconds on the board. The
Stardom's right. That is insane.
The most populated
Just
side of this
wow.
was there. VK Gaming, double-digit points for them. A lot of teams over on this side need their points from E-District because this is where
This
they find
is
the
an-
Header Force
this is
36.
crazy.
Ninjas in Pajamas do
Oh,
actually slide
what?
through into that next side of the
Jeez.
circle. But wow, see where they go. To the top of Zipline Mafia they've chosen.
Excuse me.
Man, these yeah, this is going to be at least.
Oh, Synapse.
Excuse me again.
Clean up here. VKG now move up as E3 are looking down at VKG who are trying to rotate.
Uh-oh.
You see the Watson fences painting the floor, blocking them off. As Kesa
And,
with the nade.
wow, Enter Force 36 was eliminated.
Thanks to that nade, but they're feeling so much pressure. I mean, dude, look at this. Tactical after tactical. You literally can't catch a break. This is why series banned after this game. Just so many scans. You have the slowdowns. You can't catch a break.
VK
Dick K Gaming was eliminated. Wow.
So many people are looking to get involved in this, and for fun, hold that farther north.
They need to go after for fun esports to fry them.
We have so much loot. The shield swaps cold.
Uh-oh.
By the frag.
The Neo team is going after Ninjas in Pajamas. Oh, they did! No, wait, it's not just Neo, but For Fun Esports got their butts as well. Oh my god, that's wild. Holy crap. For Fun Esports are gone. Jeez.
the reset. No way he's doing that.
No way, Donald's was eliminated. Oh,
We're gonna have to talk about that one later.
wow. I think
Breakdown for WG
we're
Army,
broken.
they will take every point they can get, especially like that. Rotating towards the
Holy.
north side, the biggest area is going to be that team RRQ holding that zone.
I can't believe this is happening.
Against Keenatrope.
What the
I
freak?
can't believe that. I mean, listen, you know what? Sometimes we all go through it when we're feeling the pressure, get a little nervous sometimes.
That's-
Committing
that's
to going
crazy.
through that Void Nexus is
I'm
definitely
sorry,
the
but that
choice.
was wild.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
It's a
Absolutely
wow
nuts.
moment.
As Aurora now have stayed underground for quite some time, have moved up from the under part of Street Market.
So there's 10 teams standing. So who's gonna go out next? I don't want to wish that to happen.
On the high ground, if we would neighbor a lot of these other teams, because look at this pile up right now, Tip. You got VP, you got Aurora, you got GK, as well as RRQ. It's going to be a bloodbath over to the south side. Zipline to add as Aurora effect. Can't clutch it up.
Tiff knows it.
As Yorka.
Yeah, it is such of a bloodbath.
I said it comes down
It's just
to
pure
the
chaos.
importance of the entry fights, and when you're the last one
It's just
standing,
pure
the IGL and the Archives are going to have
chaos.
to get Oirein back up on his feet, and we throw it
Oh
down.
boy.
We check behind enemy lines.
What the heck's going on?
They're just looking to
VP's
take
getting
the ball. Presses does
and
fall, but Ozus and Taskmaster
VP's about to get annihilated. Oh, Genji and Aurora got eliminated.
Aurora do get eliminated.
Never mind, I see VP's trying to dominate.
Void passage, even trying to cover their back with a nade originally.
Jeez Louise.
VP now.
Ay, ay, ay. Wow, this is insane. What the? Okay, my eyes are bothering me. A little bit too, bad. I'm just putting my... Even though right now, you can see my 2D model not moving,
And
but
it's
for me
WGRNU
watching
that has
this,
that mad
my eyes
energy
are
on their
just...
team. So if you're getting
Oh.
drilled, it is totally them.
Sorry, I just don't want to
Give them a nice
have
little
my...
rotation for now, but for
Just
Flag,
hurting my eyes a little
TCG,
bit
and Keenatrope,
in IRL.
they are
Just wanna make
on
sure.
a side where there are so many teams
God
that you
dang,
have to
that was
anchor
too
in.
much.
So bringing out the Newcastle, bringing out the Gibby
Okay,
for that extra
wow,
coverage
Keenatrope
is going to allow them to hold on.
is
If we
hanging
time
on.
everything right once we pull out of these little crannies.
Well, my fan dies in the arena. The competition's getting even hotter. Imagine the players feel when
Okay,
we get to
for
see this
fun,
side by side.
so we're doing a little
Slow
replay.
down and be able to get this replay.
Okay, can we get back to the game?
I know that was
Game.
tough. I mean, what can you do? But that was an earlier situation we had seen. 8 squads left. KNC, remember we mentioned they weren't going to try to show face just yet. They're taking this slow.
Wow, this
And now
is
the final ring closes behind their
insane.
backs. Look at the way that RRQ make this move though with Striking Flame being on the way.
RRQ is,
It's gonna be
I
about trying
guess,
to get the
doing
climb
some
up here. There's
cleaning.
another team right above them, but it's really important with
Huh.
pricing being able to get that knock.
Listen.
They get to fully extend on this, even with the Sear Tech behind them though. They're getting stared at with the other team across the way.
Oh boy.
And everyone just immediately like, nah, I don't think we're getting away with that. Knocks through the portal, behind VP, the RE45.
I hear you started to, girl. She's being silly, but I know. Wow, Flat was eliminated. Team RRQ was eliminated. Jeez. Virtuous Pro was Virtuous.Pro was eliminated. Geeky E is frying. Oh boy. Zipline Mafia was eliminated by Geeky. Keenatrope was gone. Uh-oh. Who's left besides... Uh-oh. Oh no. I think they're... Revolt DCG got them. Holy smokes.
Deep Cross Gaming. What
Revolve Deep Cross Gaming got that victory. Wow. That is wild. They destroyed Geek K Esports. Wow. Just wow.
GK trying to get to Keenatrope left them slightly exposed, where Deep Cross Gaming could just
Ay, ay,
on target
These
exact.
guys are insane.
Honestly though, the way that drop played that was
Unbelievable.
insane. It was unfortunate with the way that the Ultra Portals were placed. The Void Passage causing so much disruption. especially with the ring being on that angle against the staircase too. Sure, you're fragging out. You have the information from the exhibit that you put down.
Wow, this is insane.
But the way that DCG had played
These
the
guys
area,
are
the melee hit, the nail in the coffin, and then also the ring.
unbelievable.
What we had
I'm
seen
starting to
at
feel a
the
little bit
very
speechless
end,
right
even better
now.
way to just kickstart the
But
way that DCG
wow.
had now taken this dub tip.
Honestly, I'm also very impressed with GK Esports. 9 kills, so many points there in the double digits. But not only that, they got
Deep
second
Cross
place in
Gaming.
map number 2,
Wow.
but 5th place in match number 1. We ask our teams for consistency, especially in this survival stage. As we pull up the match results, you can see it just there. With the fact that we got 9 kills, we actually outpoint our team that won at the top with Deep Cross Gaming.
That is true.
Kina Trope find 9 points, which is above that average that I'm talking about. I want to see north of 8 points per game in this series if you want to fight out for top 6. Virtus Pro grab 11 points, and as we jump to the back half, Dinos, after that fight,
I'm kind of concerned for Shopify Rebellions, but I mean, I'm hoping they survive this madness. But I don't know. Alright, guys, I need to do something right now.
Because we got all the maps in rotation, which is important.
This is what happened. Really?
To look at some of these highlights. We talk about GK and what they were able to do. We talk about the exhibit here, but in this end, this was the most important part, Tip. You saw with the reclosing in. Look at that, the Watson fences. You go to the TP. You can't survive. The melee at the very end is more than enough to secure that for DCG because they were
Alright, guys,
in a
I need
way
to
better
go
position,
do
honestly.
something right now.
When you come to coming in
Be
from the high
right
ground, sure,
back.
EK has actually struggled a
Oh
little bit
boy.
throughout. They're more of a placement team.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry.
Usually, but I was talking to Dropped.
I may have to do something a little bit later.
Earlier today, and he was just mentioning how that's their biggest thing is they need to find a way to get more initial damage. And honestly,
First
I'm
things
very
first, I
proud of how
gotta
they
do
did that. We saw how
something.
dominant they looked, and I think that
Because
they had
otherwise
a
I
really
will
good
forget.
team talk. They don't want to rely just on players
And,
at this point, but Dropped one of the most prolific
I know
IGLs,
it's
been in
gonna be
almost every
bad.
single grand final. So for him, he knows what it takes to come out and perform. And it's really good to see them start off this strong.
I have
was
to
just
take
reminiscing
some
with Drop's dad,
medication.
actually down there in the stands. And we were talking about how he got that second place and really the game that would have won it for Optic in that tournament. Sweet. Believe it or not, NRG Sweet or LG Sweet at that time ended up pulling off some heroics to stall that tournament out. I think it was TSM that ended up ultimately winning. So it was a moment that could have been Dropped. Now maybe this is the moment that Dropped gets his trophy. But talking also about what has gone really well for these other regions, TCG, Red Love, the fact that they were regional finals and they just got that big win, that is huge for Apex South.
Yeah, I mean, Apex South has been one of the best
Yeah,
regions in general.
GK
We've
got
seen
more
so much talent
or
come
in.
from them. And just, they did win their regional finals, so they have the ability to win these lobbies. And with 10 games to go, it's really good for them to start off strong because they have been a really slow team so far throughout this event, and getting that win under their belt this early in, game 2, it's a lot of positivity. I'm sure they have a lot that they learned from that to carry forward.
Aurora at the bottom. Is it too early to start scrambling, struggling, feeling a little worried, or so much game left to play?
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw them come out. You could tell they wanted to just drop, a massive game with how aggressive they were, and it didn't work out. And I feel like they need to understand if they committed too hard. It's like that was their plan. There was no backup plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that for them,
Despite
they need to figure out a way to
what I'm seeing right now, I like what Snipedown's new Snipedown's outfit for today.
Thanks, Snipe. All the thoughts happening in the green room.
Look
We like
like
to bring 'em to you fresh and live, but we've got more games to go. 10
look like
today, 14
being
teams going
a
home. Let's get back to the action with Onset and Gatsby.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We are ready to get into match number 3 very, very soon. The final time we'll
looking
see
really
District
good for him.
for a little bit before we start changing things up here. Danny G, DCG with the win in the game number 2, making this one a little bit more juicy as we move forward.
It does indeed. I think they should be delighted to put those points on the board, and I think you were alluding to it after match 1.
I just
One
had to
win
take
is
some
not
medication.
enough. You have
I
to be
just want to see
consistent.
how
You
I
have
am
to
right
start putting
now.
these points on the board. Even if you're not winning, you need to be getting
Hey.
minimum 6 per game, really, to be able to keep up with everyone, and then hopefully you have that big win alongside it.
Well, I think the teams who are landing on the north side of E-District will be hoping maybe that a zone is going to start coming their way. We did see a City Hall zone yesterday, but a lot of the zones have gone down to the south. Another one there, Dan, down by Street Market. You've got to wonder if that went into the POI draft. I've got to say, if I'm looking at the consistencies I've seen, POI draft, I'm just going, well, we just seem to be going down south here on E-District. I've got to pick something on this other side.
You want a northern zone? Denied. No northern zone for you. It
This
has
is
been
crazy.
crazy to see the repeat zone so far, but with the percentages of it, surely we go a little bit further now, right? That's
let's
exactly what's
see
going to happen. So
something
those northern
that is
teams will
going
finally
on
be
with-
rewarded. Perhaps we will see PXX get more points on the board over towards Neon. They haven't really.
Are
been
we
able to
still
capitalize
talking
there
about
as much as
this?
They would like to. Will we see the likes of NIP finally find a few more points on the board as well? They're at the moment they are in 10th. It would not be good enough. And as the
I try not to be
4
distracted right
points at the
now.
moment for Aurora. They have not been able to find those early engagements they've been looking for.
Just to remind everyone who's watching and also watching at home, nice and comfortable, top 6 will stay in the tournament and advance to those match point finals. Everybody
Nessie.
will have to.
Oh,
I don't like Nessie being that close to that thing.
oh, I want
To
the
say,
Nessie. I
don't
want to
really know
protect
what
it.
Nessie tastes like. It actually tastes pretty good.
Might
Like,
taste pretty good, but
tastes
no.
very- I don't want to know. I don't want to experience that. I want Nessie to be safe. See some more sights of Paris.
Do not crush Nessie, please, Barney Banks. I know that you are usually the one to press the button, so hopefully Nessie shall be safe. But yes, as you were mentioning, Mark, sorry, before
Oh.
I 6 teams will progress
Uh-oh.
here from this survival stage.
Is that
Everyone else
who's calling out Barney?
will get crushed.
It looks like the players are
Yeah,
already into
I
the body
wonder if Barney's gonna be heading to be in Japan for Brawl Stars World's Finals. I'll be laughing my butt off if he is.
Game, NIP, I think it was 2v3 that managed to turn around.
Oh, look at that!
Advantage.
What the heck? Yo, who are they representing in this?
In that previous game,
Oh,
NIP,
Virtuous
2v3 managed to turn
Pro.
around.
Right?
Wolves got the initial advantage.
Dang, I want that. I want that fandom like that.
Unfortunately, not quite getting that first place, but technically, with the points they gathered, they still did win it out. Now, as we look over across the map as well, remember we lost Seer after a 90% pick rate of Seer in the previous. We'll now look towards the likes of Mad Maggie being heavily favoured here, and I'm expecting a Maggie ban. But there is also a chance for a Watson one. We have seen that a couple of times.
I did see a baby comp in the previous game as well, which to me was a big surprise, considering that we see a Seer ban. You wouldn't want to be
Okay,
up
so
into the
where
skies
are we
and
right
landing
now?
Into 17 different CQs. You're not going to have a very good time. No bubble, no Q on the Newcastle. You're sitting duck, but doesn't matter because we're moving ahead now. By the way, something to highlight here, Dan. A lot of Alta and Maggie. A lot of Watson, a lot of consistencies in the compositions we're seeing.
Yeah, it's 19 Maggies, 18 Watsons. So Maggie will be banned going into the next. Probably a good news for those who want to run Watson going
So,
into the now.
this is getting
I'm sorry
crazy.
to cut you off
I was
rudely,
waiting.
but we're going to the north. I got overexcited. We're going to the north, everyone. We are going up north.
Great news for Kinatrope. You were mentioning before they were playing that baby comp. Actually, maybe it's bad news for Kinatrope. I don't know. They were playing that baby comp in a meta they probably shouldn't have during match 2. They're going to stick with it going into match 3 here, but we are going up north, so they...
Uh-oh. It's streamed down again.
Won't have to go too
God
far
dang
with
it.
said Valkyrie, but of course they will have
I don't
that
like
Newcastle
this.
to hunker down, so perhaps it does work out for them. They just don't have to have the Valkyrie ultimate.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about Seer in this game as well, which is certainly leans into some of the strengths that the Baby Comp does offer. A lot of teams already moving up to the north towards Electro Dam. You've got JD Gaming, GK Esports, Jet G, and Force 36. You can read the names. Let's take a look at what's happening elsewhere.
Oh, don't worry.
Teams
I'll
trying
read
to
the
rotate
names,
their way in at
boys.
the moment. One of them on your
Because
screen is
right
gonna be
now,
GKG.
just keep an eye out for
Just checking to see if there's any areas that they can teleport through as well. That void passage, very useful to transition from point A to point B. It really was interesting when Alter came out. Everyone was jumping onto different maps trying to find out just where the void passage could get you. And also where you probably shouldn't be able to get as well.
There's an engagement here. JDG have drag floating back. Gen G have lost 2. They should
I
be
should
able to just
fix
about
my,
reset on these stairs. As E36 put out a lot of the
thumbnails.
damage. They're going to be forced to
I felt
get
so
that Gen
embarrassed is when
down. Gen G's Gen is feeling
that
safe.
was produced out.
This is a little bit of a risky spot
I
to
may
play.
have to fix
E36
it.
want to try and push this. They know that Dexter is still down. And with Maggie in the lobby as well, you do not want to be in a staircase if someone throws a wrecking ball your way.
E36 trying to capitalize on the damage that was already done by JDG here as Gen G cannot catch a break. But I love this aggression from Asia. You have to force them back. You can't just sit there and take the damage.
Back over to VKG. This is happening just outside of Galleria. TIE are just behind them as well, as you can see on your screen. Split by that big divide, the big wall that kind of surrounds Galleria. 13 points on the board after 2 games for VKG. Not the worst of starts for them. A blow check in the hands of Casa here. Shows that they've tried to move pretty quickly for the POI. Genji get peppered again, by the way. Look at the kill feed knocked from distance, this time with the Sentinel. That staircase is a little bit shaky for them.
So a few teams who are making very wide rotations, Ninjas in Pajamas being one of them on the eastern side at the moment. Expect them to be very late. You also might see Shopify Rebellion and PXX fight shortly, but finally, Gen G will be taken from the stairs. And it is a combination of JDG and E36 in the end. They just didn't allow them to escape. It didn't matter if they went up or down. Someone had their exit.
Gen G going to be looking back and saying, hey, it's an EDAM zone again. I think we don't play the staircase early. It's a tough one. Maybe in scrims at work, but when everyone is in the zone,
Okay,
it's a
so
little bit more awkward. E36
we're just
up on this high
waiting for
ground, by the way, they're
something
going to be
to
safe for
happen yet.
so long. Such an advantageous position to have with these northern Electro Dam zones. And you can see exactly why. It's so difficult to challenge any team that's up on height. And I've just realized that Jusna has a 3 times
Dang
on
it,
charge
it's a
rifle. So
notification.
everyone is going to be arriving late. He's
It's
going to be singed. He's going to be burned.
it's from Instagram.
He's more than likely going to be on their backs.
Awkward
Yeah,
to
two
say
teams
the
have actually
least.
gone further into zone here just to get a little bit more information, and Evo, Shopify Rebellion being one of them. It's VP on their journey through. They're actually starting to approach Galleria at the moment. Now, TIE are waiting in Galleria. VP at the moment just prioritizing leveling up some of their weapons and getting extra attachments. But I think they have now spotted TIE. They have to be careful because if they went north, they'd run into RRQ. South of them is Aurora though, so this is a tricky rotation for VP.
I feel like Galleria is a little bit of a honey trap at the moment for a lot of teams as well, considering that you've got a ring console and a survey beacon there. So, as well as the fact that teams are going to
Can't
be rotating
reverse
to the
out.
north,
Should never done that.
you have those
Dang
little
it.
sweet treats down to try and hit, to level up the Yugos to get the information.
Okay.
Over towards the zone, you can see KNC have found a corner to play. The Baby Comp's worked out for them here. Slamming below a lot of the teams on the bridge, GK being one of them.
Bathroom.
No power booster on the Gibraltar, so that bubble's not going to be coming up as quick as it could. Also, only the blue armor, so one defensive bombardment to use.
It is bizarre how these pro teams are so happy to take corners like this and just be under constant stress.
Alright,
It's
guys.
very difficult to hold those kind of spots. You have to rely on those abilities from your legends to make sure that you can always be having them ready, basically.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point you raise here. You know, some spots are very playable late game, early game, not so much. That place that we just saw, very playable late game, but very difficult early game because there's so many teams looking at you, so many lines of sight. You've got to wait until they become lines of sight that don't exist later in that game. GK being aggressive, that was definitely just from height with the charge rifle. And not is going to be brought back to its feet here. You can see Keon is sticking that. JDG looking to clean up the final pieces here of KNT. It's a little bit of a portal dance, a portal pie. And Naughty wants to be invited.
I think this was my point initially with Kinetro playing on this baby comp and the zone coming towards them is they are forced to really use the Newcastle and the Gibby. As that is a very interesting playing position, I will say, with the knees up.
That is a far more flexible man than I ever will be.
Flat also struggling. They're going to be eliminated.
Whoa! Flat and Kinetro were eliminated.
That's the real question. Kinetro just been eliminated in the meantime, so the solo wasn't able to
Crazy.
survive there. And like you say, it's one thing to survive, but Zip Line Mafia are chasing him down.
Wow, JD Gaming just spawning one of their teammates
and a
and
little bit more lackluster. It would be quite something if they were able to get to the match point finals. Actually, both Zipline Mafia featuring here and TIE. When you talk about regional finals and the success stories to be able to find yourself here at EWC. Both teams who we know, when their backs are against the wall, they can find those moments.
Just going to focus in on Ninjas and Pajamas on the right side of the screen here. You can see that they've had a little bit of a more distance to travel to get to this zone. So they're just taking a little bit of a wider route here. They're going to play for the next console to find out where the zone is going to be pulling. Sometimes doing that just gives you a little bit of a heads up on the rest of the lobby to see what side of the zone is going to be best to fight for or play for. They can also, of course, hit the survey because they should be up to purples at least when they do get to fight. VP looking to do something similar here when it comes to ring console, just over at Vibe Isle. And Neo are still alive here. You can see they're just moving towards Energy Bank, the solo player who is still alive, but might be about to run into Relove DCG, who are going to be feeling all kinds of confident after the win of the last game.
It was quite funny seeing his arrow on the map, just do a quick 180 as soon as he noticed DCG.
this is crazy. So one team is out. Well, that's from the replay.
Everything that was available to use.
Really?
could not stay alive.
Okay, so 17 squads are still remaining. Are left. Well, no, it's just remaining. Let's see how this goes.
It's one of those where it's just two encounters in the lobby for it. Seer being a big one, and you've just
No other choice. Dang it.
why it's difficult to run it in a Maggie field.
Bathroom break, guys.
You can get Maggie ball.
Okay, I heard that casting note. Wait. God dang it. Hang on.
Because they do not have a Valkyrie, of course.
Not cool, boys. Not cool.
If they could be frustrating and forced to deal with great shots coming in from the flat line. Crest is still showing that thing can
Get it. No, they need her.
Now they're trying to pick where the next play is. They're trying to put that little corner inside a Galleria. Now Neo Ninjas in pajamas. This fight is taking place, and Vayne is not looking healthy. Gets the med kit off. He's going to need the help from his teammates here. The worry here for both teams is that RRQ are looking at this as third party.
Okay,
So
we're back on.
take this fight, and Ninjas in pajamas get taken down. There might be a third party.
Uh-oh.
Might be clean enough for them to actually reset, but no, Vayne makes this difficult now.
Vayne is hanging on, but hanging on. And he needs to revive his teammates right now.
Did they want to try and force this? They are safe in zone. It looks like Ninjas in pajamas are going to get a reset here.
I don't think NIP wanted to take
Yep.
this fight at all. And Neo, they kind of forced
Uh-oh.
them to be aggressive, and NIP make them pay, as Neo are going to be down to just a 2 as well. So neither team.
So I just really want to say for the for
Look at this from Vayne.
what is it?
Patience waiting.
Gaskin and on.
And then all of a sudden, they can come back.
Oh my God! Ninjas in pajamas got eliminated. What the freak?
They were eliminated a few seconds
And so is Virtuous Pro. Oi.
And it's Shopify Rebellion who come out the victors here, but now they're below
Really?
CG. They're below them.
The
in
Rebel-
Galleria.
Shopify Rebellious is showing why they're so rebellious.
Because RRQ are close enough, they could get involved if they want to. They are certainly hovering at the moment, just waiting. But if it takes too long, if there isn't enough gunfire, I'm sure RRQ will just start to think about zone a little bit more. They might just meet at the choke point.
That's
past
crazy.
Galleria, which is going to get quite ugly, because on the other side of it, you've also got VK Gaming and For Fun that are currently taking a 3v3 battle against each other as well.
There it is. QQ has got Le Star in his
All right.
hands.
Let's see how this goes.
Has to back up to his teammates, thinking about hitting the Void Nexus to get out of there, and that's exactly what they're going to do. The problem is, on the other side of that Void Nexus, there's a team waiting. GK Esports have just been eliminated. They
Yep,
were right
GK
behind zone,
Esports,
and this is
adios.
what we're worried about for VKG. Shopify were sitting on that portal, waiting for that opportunity. That is free for SR.
One member of VKG did escape the zone.
Shopify Rebellion in Crazy Thieves. There, I said it.
Game one, they were not able to hold on to it. They got pushed and lost that.
That you can thank me.
Shopify Rebellion
Me,
starting to
nice
show
wig.
a little bit more confidence now. It's the
Just
fourth
don't tell Nate shot on me, would ya?
Even though the drill's coming in, Phony is so healthy. The gen is a problem though, so those nades aren't going to be able to flush him out. And with the zone closing in 40 seconds, Shopify, if they win this, might have a walk-in. For Fun though, hidden for now, but they could hit a Void Nexus through if they want to get aggressive, but instead Sinu's made the play call to play this corner where they will be safe.
Dinos get eliminated. The Zipline Mafia are able to win out on that one, but they're a little bit worried about TIE below them. It's that Shopify Rebellion.
Play call to play this corner where they will be safe.
No.
Dino now left on his own for Fun.
What the heck's going on?
It's just one. It's a 1v1 between the two. But I don't know if there's time really. For either.
Just want to put my feet up.
So it's a 1v2.
What? Shopify Rebellions are out before they hit the top 10?
To play with.
Uh-oh.
Away.
And DCG will rip this away.
Wow.
Incredible patience, really.
Wow. For Fun Esports and Zipline Mafia are already out.
Time, waiting
Jeez.
to just pick apart teams who have already taken damage.
Adios, JD Gaming. God dang.
Eastern side is covered by RR.
So who's hanging on to this?
Out a little bit. As we check in with PXX, they are in a little bit of trouble. Both TIE and Aurora and Enter Force 36 are all looking towards them, and this is what happens when three teams start to focus you.
Yeah, you can Maggie drill this corner, but it's just going to delay the inevitable here for PXX.
Uh-oh.
XZZ, it might be ZZZ as he's going to sleep in a few
There they go. PXX is out.
Six squads remaining.
Aurora Game is hanging on,
Moment to go, though.
and they're nuts.
Continuing the momentum, a decent placement for them after game number 1 and 2. But VK Gaming will be next out of the lobby. And who is standing tall here inside of the top 5? It's Aurora.
Yeah, I hope Aurora's hanging out.
They need something to give them a little bit of a confidence.
I see Aurora Games like hanging on by a thread.
As they stand right
I
now.
mean, not really, but I'm surprised they're hanging on this.
Alongside the placements they've already found in this game. It's the first time they've really been awake here in this series. Can we see the incredible IGLing skills and history from Hayaka? He's been able to
Alright,
put them
let
in
me
good
see if
position
I
at the
can
moment,
do
but
something
Enter Force
while
36 is certainly
I
gonna be a concern.
Well, Real Love DCG are trying to move somewhere where they will be safe. They still aren't safe, and they've lost 2 on the cross. So Roy into the top 5. He's going to try and start a barbecue, but he finds out that he's the...
Uh-oh. And the stream's down again.
meat on the grill.
I don't know what's going on. It's...
RRQ will
Wow. Revolve DCG got eliminated.
will be safe. They've got
Oy.
some fences down. They've got a gen down as well, which is going to help them against those Mackies in the lobby.
That's
I think actually
crazy.
TIE hold the most space at the moment on the eastern side. The trouble is this is all about elevation. There are so many different points you can hold here on the bridges that are above. And with the amount of
OICs.
vultures still left, there's always
I
the
actually
potential
say
you
this
can
one.
blow passage through and get
I
involved
can't
in a fight.
believe this.
RRQ down to a 2. Do have a Wraith to work with though. And then 4 Watsons.
They did lose pricey. I wonder if they're
Oh,
gonna
I
go for
see
box race here, or if it's
Xenovision.
gonna be deep
I
inside
see you
forward
there,
to do so.
trying to be smart.
E36, by the way, showing exactly what we were talking about earlier.
So
How
is
what becomes playable
Reject.
late game that isn't playable early game. They are playing almost the
Wolves
exact same
Esports.
position we saw the Babycom
I like
struggling to survive here.
I like
And
one.
eventually
I think that I like that female is holding a.
Question is, do they have a
The
mobile
Wolves
respawn
plushie.
beacon? I think we're gonna find out.
And
very
this is
quickly
one for Tier 1
see
for
whether they're
Alliance.
gonna get a third back on the map.
Aw.
Otherwise, they're gonna have to try and do this as a 2. Looks like right now it is just a duo situation for RRQ, and they are been heavily focused on the height. Aurora up there are making their life very difficult.
Easy Flash taking damage. It has its effect down to 1 HP. Strafing Flame trying to thread the needle with this RE45 as E36 are going to be very happy to see that TIE are helping them out with a
I like that this fan is definitely showing her support for a reject player. Look at it from the photos on Instagram. Let's see, where are we right now? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, what?
It's just down to Aurora.
But you see E36 take the opportunity.
They're still hanging on. Yo, what the freak is going on?
And that forces TIE back.
RRQ, uh-oh.
They're thinking, this is our chance to strike.
Suddenly this is a 2 versus 2 versus 1. There is not one full team right now.
No way!
E36.
They're just, what, not the full trio team? Ty was eliminated. Oh, jeez. RRQ is trying to do cleaning house.
Dropping down to most
Uh-oh.
maybe affecting get back into
Uh-oh.
and RRQ perhaps
E-
not going to allow this. E36 who have the most in terms of
Uh-oh.
players up here.
Aurora got eliminated. What the heck? RRQ versus E36. Uh-oh. Team RRQ or
It becomes interesting. But strafing
the other
Flame
E36.
Get a peek with that R9 if
It might be.
the swing here.
Oh. It's about to get it's a bad day. But Interforce 36 got the victory. Interforce 36. Oh my god. These guys are nuts. They went up against Team RRQ and I can't believe they just clocked them. Yeah.
So a big moment for Enter Force 36.
Interforce 36 is those. Are they saying we won?
And another win.
That's hilarious. The fans are saying we won. Yes, you guys won a. Yes, you guys, you won a match. Okay, you're not moving on yet. Save the we won champ on when you if your team gets the champs. Oh well. That's wild.
That's one win on the board, and they are still not in one of those positions. They are still behind those other squads that have found wins, but then also found some consistency on the board. Another thing I wanted to
Jeez.
say, I mean, Relove DCG currently in joint first. Yesterday, they finished dead last in the qualification spots to get here into this survival stage.
Those guys still brought the sun with them.
That's how you become a fan of Apex Legends, by the way. You just pick every team.
You just pick every team, sure.
We'd love to see
Whatever.
all of the teams that we have here in attendance in Paris and everyone putting on a show so far. I mean, 3 games in already.
Yeah, it's time to stay cool.
10 games. It feels
That's
like it's going
wild.
Really quickly here. And no real clear front runners as well. The points
It's one
are
of the
being
players
quite
from
evenly
Kino
shared between
Trope.
teams. Just to give you an idea, GK Esports
Look
and
at this.
JDG are in joint first at 31. For Fun at 28, JDG at 28 as well. And then you drop off a little bit to RRQ and Zipline Mafia at 22, and then Enter Force 36, who just won, are at 21 points as well. Even those teams who are down in the bottom, Wolves Esports, for example, they are only 26 points away from first. Now, Barney is down on the stage with an interview. Let's check out who he's got. Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Alright.
on the main stage with the main man Floating from JDG. Floating, we've got to talk
Floating.
almost about that game one scenario. It was so close at the
Floating's got a vibe going on, bruh.
angle. It didn't
I like
talk us
that.
through what happened at the end of game one from your perspective.
From my perspective, I cracked the grip that was close, and then I told Nolly to swing it. He didn't get the knock, and then Chippy got double swung, and I almost won it, but yeah, I just didn't hit my shots at the end.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to go for those chances, and sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. But
I
let's
wonder if Floating's afro is so bouncy. Is that wrong for me to say?
moments that you're having, you have one Split One Pro League, you're having them here on stage at EWC. How does it feel to be, garnering this kind of attention and respect amongst the ALGS community?
It feels great and warranted. I feel like I was a good player the whole time, but I'm finally getting my chance to shine, So.
Getting your flowers, that's what we like to hear, my man. Okay. Now, first, we've got to talk a little bit as well about the group stage, right? Because I've mentioned these pop-off moments that you guys were having. You're also having these pop-off games. You'd throw down loads of points, but then it would just, you kind of trip at the next hurdle. It would just be not quite getting enough consistency out of you guys. What were the issues that you guys were facing? Do you feel like you've ironed them out coming into survival stage?
I think the main issues are all three of first land together. First land, Naughty IGLing. It was probably a little bit of jitters, changing our playstyle up. We're back to our main playstyle, so we're playing back the consistent way we are, So
you feeling more confident now?
Yes, way more confident.
Thank
No.
you so much for joining me here. Really appreciate your time. It's the survival stage, so things are going to start to get heated. But for now, we're going to head over to Rain Day because he's got another interview on the main stage.
Good for
Yes, I
him.
do, and no words are needed.
Glad to see that. What the heck's going on? Gotta show the love.
Great fandom across Congratulations first.
Gotta show the love.
首先恭喜你们这次获胜，然后包括全世界都有非常多粉丝。
So let me see. Deep Cross Gaming. Look at the players right now.
感谢所有支持我们的粉丝，然后与看
Alright,
衰我们的粉丝，
Wikipedia.
我们会继续努力的。
So big thank you to all the fans for supporting us,
Roll
watching us right now.
E
We'll keep on
from
what we
Revolve
do,
Deep
deliver
Cross
results
Gaming.
to appease you guys.
Roy, your signature move, we just
Roy
did
is-
was the hard
oh,
hat.
that's how
Sure
they
that.
say it, Roy?
We love it. But this land, it's been anything but
Alright,
easy
let me
love.
see-
It's been
sure,
very
I'm looking at
challenging
this.
for a lot of teams. What has made this land so challenging for you in particular, putting you in this survival stage?
那这次比赛呢，对很多顶尖的这些世界顶尖的战队来说，都是一个非常有挑战性、非常艰难的一场这个线下比赛。那你能不能跟我们大家也形容一下，到底是哪一处让它如此的艰难，如此的，就是这个挑战性如此的高呢？
我觉得就是因为选角的多样性，它采取了 ban pick 的样子，所以
哦
会让这个整个游戏生态大改变。然后还有一些像是游戏那些 EMP 增强的一些配件，对。
I'll say one of the biggest factors is the tournament format with the ban pick mode. It introduces a lot of variety to the drafts, a lot of changes to the strategy involved, so it becomes very challenging for almost every single player, every single team out there. Also, certain changes to the game, like the EMP being buffed and everything else, it just makes this game a lot more interesting. A lot more interesting right now.
The translator is
Absolutely.
feeling a
We
little
heard
bit
that from Gen G Asia as well. He said the same
had
thing
made a
about
little
playing
bumble
crypto
with
as
his
for
words.
team. But
I know he
talk about your
means
strategy
well.
for today, because this is a long
Let's
series.
see.
You're an experienced pro. What is your strategy for staying competitive throughout all 10 games?
那你也是一个非常资深的一个老将了，就想问你，在这种挑战性这么高的一场比赛当中，你们战队是如何保持着发挥
Sorry
稳定，
guys,
并且能一
if
直
I
领先呢？
fallen asleep,
嗯，我
my
只能
bad.
说
I
今
just
天
really want to watch
表现
this,
算
but
是
Deep
这一年
Cross
来
Gaming.
最
I
好
don't
的
see
几
these
次，但
guys
我
on
会想
here.
办法继续保持住这个样子，然后让你们这次
Because they have
在
them
决
on
赛
right.
见
I
到
am
我。
looking at the ranks.
Honestly,
Not
I
the
don't really have
schedule
much
right
of a
now.
secret solution that I can give you guys. This is kind of like the best performance that we're delivering so far. I just hope that we can keep up with this performance and we can just keep going further and, you know, have a time of our lives.
I'm all about it. Actually, one last thing. There's a lot of teams that are very, very worried here about their sets. Is there any team you find in particular very dangerous that might not have woken up yet? Aurora, teams like that?
Okay, yeah, never mind. I found Deep Cross
现
Gaming.
在有很多战队，他们可能已经面临着淘汰了，但是他们其实都是实力非常强的，可能他们就比较慢热吧。就想问你，你有哪些可能让你意外，或者你认为他们后面
So they're so he's
我觉得
Taiwanese.
现在只开始了3
I'm surprised he's
什么事情会
playing.
发生都还不知道。
Roy
成功晋级的。
his real name is
It's only been
Chen
2 rounds,
Paul
the
Han.
day is young, and there's a lot more games going on. There's a lot more factors
wonder
at play.
how
That
old is he?
anything can change, anything can happen. So
Oh, he's 25 years old. Oh, he was born in October.
Congratulations on so far winning a game and doing pretty well early on. We'll see
Almost
if that
close to
continues.
Halloween.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you, my man. And thank you to everybody who's been watching.
Roy.
Some great fans here for ECG Red Love. Let's throw it back to the studio and talk about what's happened.
So anyway, I'm reading up on our boy Roy here. He's from Taiwan. No, wait the heck. Oh
Making
my
a few small
god.
changes to how you use energy in your home can make a big difference.
I don't know what just happened.
Your AC. Every
Oh
time
my
you
god,
use
that was
AC,
embarrassing. I don't know what just happened.
With the FPL Energy Manager, you can easily monitor.
I don't know what happened. I just tapped to something else. I was trying to make sure I don't hear anything, but now I'm getting an ad. Awkward. Oh, we get more to see what's going on with Deep. So I guess Deep. And it goes the stream yet again. I'm feeling so awkward right now. Can't believe I let that run. So it looks like to me I guess I can see what they're talking about. So Roy and his teammates are going over weapons. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm so tired. I shouldn't be tired, but you know I didn't sleep good.
好，那我们再选一个近战枪，你们最爱用的，好用的，好用就这两把。
Shao Ji
转换者还是
and
我会选 R99。
Lu
双发的话
Wunsun
可是稳定性
Wunsun, I guess that's how you say it.
大师吧，可是子弹放太快了，对不对？对。你们觉得这个把？这把很钻石吧，堪用，堪用吗？还有气弹的话，可是我觉得缺点是它没有能量弹太少。嗯。
So the one who's on the board is it's Lu Wunsun. I guess that's how you say it, Lu Wunsun. And the one who's probably sitting with Roy is Shao Ji. It's actually I think it's his middle it's his last name. Technically.
这个烂完了，这个烂完了吧？这个直接放在黄金了，是烂死了。可是它窝了很强哎，可是600点呢，600点呢，600伤害，600伤害根本打不了。你帮我升一下，帮我升一下，没有空吧？二跑毒啊！转换者有双发，我会摆在跟 R9同级，但如果没有的话，其实都白金。感觉摆在中间值。这个
Oh, jeez.
还蛮好用的。
这个贴正中间好不好？白金跟金牌中间。
嗯，这把就很可惜了，我觉得。
So Lewinson or Li Jinwei has been so he's a rookie. Jeez. Sort of.
大家比较少用的，比较不常用的一些枪。好了，那就我们下次再为大家一起做这个介绍吧，各位，拜拜。
First 3 games are done, and boy, have
Wow.
we gotten some surprises here so far. Because, I mean, for Fun Esports, they came out hot, Lace, with the win.
Honestly, I was going to say we've been kind of glazing over for Fun Esports, okay? I know we just touched on them a little bit yesterday, but oh my God, we've been talking
So,
about
Lacey-
consistency, and I think these guys are the king of
Lacey with the
consistency.
guys.
Tyler's kind of been leading the charge in the damage for them a little bit. And I'm not going to say that their stats are like anywhere super crazy, like elite level, but consistency. Even their kills is sitting around like 8th place, right? But this is what I want to preface, the but on this one. They actually reached top 5 in about 30% of their games. So we have 10 matches. They'll be able to achieve that. And if they can keep that steady level on them, it could be something we might need to watch out for Fun.
I mean, talking about steady level, one surprise as well, it's in first place. What the heck is going on with all these teams that we were not expecting?
Yeah, I'm actually super pumped for Geek just because, you know, I go way back. I've had the team with Drop before. We have a lot of history, and for them, their biggest, you know, problem coming into this was their lack of damage output. They really don't have.
Wow, I didn't expect Snipe Down have some issues with Geek Esports.
To end game and play zone, and that has been really good for them. And you know, honestly, talking to Drop,
He's
that was the biggest thing
crazy.
coming in today's, we know that we need to take more initiative. We're not going to get through as the top 6 by only going for zone and placement. You need those kill points, and we've seen them. They've been aggressive. They've had the Mad Maggie. They've been getting the drill kills. They've been pushing teams with the balls, and it's been impressive to see the switch up that they've had already to put them at the top of the leaderboard.
I mean, staying proactive is the name of the game. But one thing I would like to point out as well as we look at this leaderboard is that all of the teams that are essentially considered a veteran are moving steadily up that leaderboard. And when you have this, you know, as the roar goes through in the arena, you know, everybody's cheering for their favorite teams. And all
This
the
is
teams
so
are playing to
cray-cray.
an extent. I think that the mix-up in the lobbies, as some groups have gone home and some groups have moved to finals, has made it a lot easier for some of these teams in this current lobby.
But, I mean, look at the
I see how this is going,
Virtus Pro and all
and it's
the way
wild.
I texted 7.
But
What have you done,
I
Lace?
texted both of them at the same time. How am I that powerful? Honestly, this is
Lacey, what are you talking about? You better not be jinxing the Shopify Rebellion. Or I'll tell it nice way. You're trying to jinx this team. You're trying to jinx 100 Thieves next.
Okay, so maybe my jinx hasn't been that strong. But, well, keep it up, guys. Please, I look bad.
One team that has been doing well too is JD Gaming, and honestly, let's talk about.
Yeah, I have
My
to
goodness,
agree.
So far today, he has been a good performer for this one.
I mean, we also talk about the way he plays Ultra a lot of the time, and it can go both ways as well. We even saw that at this game, at the end of the game, where he's just taking so much space, setting up flanking runs, getting these angles that people aren't expecting from, cleaning up teams left and right. But at the end, it actually cost them. They got a huge entry on the bridge where they could have just.
Well, Diners got eliminated.
He opted for the flank that has worked so many times in this game in a row. Arrived a little bit too late as his teammates got 3v2'd at the top, and he couldn't close out the game. But boy, so far, they're looking really strong and consistent. And as they said as well, they said it yesterday as well, you know, we're playing the same way we did in Pro League. And hey, it's finally here. You're seeing it game after game.
Yeah, I think with JD specifically, we heard Nadi talk at the end of the day yesterday. He was giving Floating his flowers and saying, you know, no one has started with as high of a barrier as he has when he came in with the, you know, massive kills all throughout Pro League, second place overall, and then now they're here at his big land debut on the top team. And it's impressive to see, and I think it's just going to come down to them finding their.
You know,
rhythm
out of these guys,
I think when
on
in
their
the zone,
hosting,
they're still maybe trying to roam a little too much and trying to.
I'm gonna say that Snipe. Actually, so far, I would say Snipe Down was definitely being best dressed.
To give them a little breathing room, but you know, as we head into the later half, they're going to need to find a way to stay consistent.
PXX, you can do it.
Sorry, boys. I mean, I'm getting distracted. Team Liquid Stereo, brother, come over here with us. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Uh-oh.
Out of here. Dang, you're tall.
Does he fit in the camera shot? Oh, yep, just.
Yeah, he does, just barely.
Yeah,
now,
we fit.
Zero, thanks so much for joining us. Who do you think is going to choke today?
I think Nip, SR, really not looking good right now. It's kind of my ideal top 6 with those boys in it, but I think Nip, Aurora possibly as well, and yeah, probably SR, especially with Akoi.
Oh, yeah, I definitely see what's going on.
And all that stuff. Did that affect you, just seeing them doing that taunting?
No, I don't care. They're relevant.
Okay, Zero.
You were a little heated with that.
Zero, I got
Surprise, he's tall.
You said people seem to believe in Nadi IGL can win land. We are heading there slowly. How are you feeling?
Ay,
about that?
ay,
Big
ay.
CG word. You know you're heading straight into a montage. They think that Nadi IGL can win land. Fade to black, and then his pop-off moment.
Okay.
Are you preparing yourself for the
I
final?
gotta go. I need another break.
That I said that.
well, which means that their ability to get in and out
Alright,
of
we're
situations
in.
is going to be difficult. Kurev gets to his teammate to get it back.
Sorry guys, I had to. When I need to.
Now he has to use that Eva 8 because there's a couple of teams, Dynos being one of them, who are peeking here.
And once this bubble goes down, they are in trouble. Dino are trying to take advantage of really NIP.
Alright, let's see where we are at, boys. Engage.
They do have that bubble coming back very soon. It was about buying time for that bubble for NIP. And they've just about managed to do so. Cole's going to be climbing up to find a little cheeky corner to play. He says, hey guys, it's pretty good up here. Come and join me. Oh, but now Dinos are picking down on them.
The bubble just hangs over the lip as well. You're very vulnerable if you do find yourself inside.
Second a bubble. He's going to have to retreat. He should be able to get healthy, but this is just cycling bubbles at the moment for Ninjas in Pajamas. But Cole comes off big. Cole goes huge.
Uh-oh.
That's 2 and Dinos down.
What?
The last is just going to focus on escaping as well because they do have said Void Nexus. One of the few teams in the lobby actually running an altar. Maybe the only one? No, there's 2. JDG also going to be running one as well. But NIP hold strong, and boy, do they need to.
In the very definition of survivability, 75 headshot coming in from Cole after those 2 knocks he got a few moments ago to keep NIP in this game. Now he's looking for blood. Cole in a 1v1 versus Chaos Felix. Kurev's going to be there alongside him, and all of a sudden, NIP on the back foot. Kurev doing his best Tony Hawk impression, spinning around. Alongside Kurev, looks like they're going to be able to keep NIP alive here. You have to give him credit. Ninjas in Pajamas, backs against the wall multiple times in multiple situations. But now they've taken Dinos out of the equation.
Not yet. I mean, they haven't.
Not just in this fight, but in this series in
Jeez.
general, we're into match 4.
Okay.
And NIP are still down in that bottom 5. As J Future, I think he knows what is going to happen in the soon J Future if he sticks around.
Yeah, he needs to get his butt moving.
You're saying in vain, like, I see you, sorry, Kurev, I can see you 360 on an M&K. Let me show you what a roller boy can do when it comes to 360s. Not quite as athletic, but it works. Gen G on your screens right now, they've got a long way to go. They are
Yeah, they do.
looking down the eyes of RRQ as we take a little look at what Cole did behind that jet a few moments ago. That was so vital to NIP's survival.
Now, RRQ have been able to take a little bit of height here.
That's so wild.
After the initial engagement they found, but they're currently trying to hold out Gen G on their cross, but Gen G can kind of just surpass them a little bit.
Okay.
Single player from Dinos is actually over towards Solar Array.
Wait, I think I'm so confused right now.
And I do think that Dinos
Hang
will
on.
be able to get.
Just want to make sure I am on the right stream.
Blinds.com brings your space to life your way. Whether you like to DIY,
I think
or want
I'm
it all
so
done for you,
confused.
you'll get free design expertise.
Oh, because there's actually Apex on that. Maybe I should
Play
use.
into the minds of the IGLs about actually where this pull is going to be and where the actual finish is going to be.
There's a little bit of a 3-team pile-up happening here at Gravity Engine. You've got DCG, you've got Zipline Mafia, and you've got Neo, all very, very close to each other. Neo look the healthiest for now. Zipline Mafia have actually left. They're heading over to Gardens to get out of the pits they find themselves in. So this becomes now a little bit more isolated.
No.
Neo's going to get up to full power.
No. What?
DCG are going to get out
Hold up.
because it does not look
Get
like
me
a
out.
survivable situation for them.
DCG shadowing Zipline Mafia a little bit here, but Zipline are going to be focusing on just getting into zone at this point. But when they get to Grow Towers, they can put themselves in a very advantageous spot with a lot of high ground to potentially hold out the likes of DCG. Elsewhere, VK Gaming looks like they're going to have a chance at a Mythic bin as well. They're holding kind of the northern zone inside circle.
Couple of knocks from distance in the feed that you're seeing from Longbows. As Dinos have somehow got the reset here, so a great job from them heading into terminal now, into zone, probably just to do a little bit of crafting to see if they can get a bin reset on their way in towards the zone as well. And also, there's just a little bit of a ring console for them, so they've got an opportunity with Watson to find out where their zone is going to be going exactly.
Lots of Valkyries in the lobby, of course. You mentioned the baby comp. With Valkyrie just guiding the Gibby and Newcastle through the sky and then slamming in. Going to be very important, I feel, in this final circle. As we're just going to continue transitioning a little bit further east into Somers University. So JD Gaming in a fantastic spot right now.
Yeah, you can see a great zone read from them. Wolves Esports, I think, have been a bit
Oh boy.
frustrated because they had the pick of the litter when it came to where they wanted to play. Again, it's not the first time that we've seen them have good try on the zone, but the read hasn't been great when it comes to the position they choose. JD Gaming, they read it perfectly. GK, we saw them very early rotating as well. With all the teams starting to pile up on that south side, if VK Gaming can hold this northern side, their walk-in's going to be pretty good. But they've got 3 teams still, by the way, the same 3 teams on that northern side, looking to scuffle. Here they are.
VK did get a scout out of that mythic as well, so they're going to cause a little bit of trouble rotating in a little bit later. I think Zipline Mafia avoided this gunfire, so it's going to be Neo and DCG. It's a pretty straight 3v3 right now.
DCG have taken damage. Oh, Akbar's doing a really good job. He's up fuse to try and flush it.
Okay.
Bubble is down. He's going to protect DCG just long enough for them to get into a position somewhere where they can reset here. A scary moment, a very good play from the right.
Between VKG and Zipline Mafia. It's another 2 teams who are going to look to try and capitalize on some potential free KP here, but also reluctant to engage because they know the other squad is in the area. You have to pick and choose when you engage in some of these fights.
DCG have lost 1, and it's the
Uh-oh.
the bubble not available. Got to keep that knockdown up, but it's being peppered right now. And where do you go? It looks like no one on DCG is really safe whatsoever.
No, they're not.
No portal available for him. We just saw him use it, so he can't recover his teammates back to some kind of safety. VKG, in the meantime, are just looking to take advantage. LQ gets another knock.
And it looks like the woes of Olympus are going to continue. DCG as our worst performing Olympus team in the lobby right now. Unless Roy can do something special, as now Neo have also lost 1. There's Gen G looking to try and take them down, and it looks like they are going to fight with the last player trying to scarper away.
Reset should be coming in as well. Asia on the axle. Gonna get the Nitro gate down just to put his teammate into a safer position before.
Wow, Neo got eliminated. They're the first squad white. Wow.
Also finding themselves in a little bit of trouble. The Ring taking someone down.
Roy is still alive as well, just trying to avoid the remainder of VKG. And actually Dinos, and now VKG, I think they were looking for Roy initially, but now they've come across Dinos. A potential fight there as VP, as you mentioned, they lost 1, and now Oz has gone down as well.
Prestis and Taskmaster, the last alive. They've just landed from this Valkyrie. Trying to force their way in towards the zone. 1 knockdown is still a pretty good thing to play behind. Prestis trying to be aggressive, trying to create some space, but some damage from Skynades. And Synetic with the wingman in his hand. It's looking a little windy out here.
Uh-oh.
Gale starts to pick up for fun. Have got a clutch. Tyler flies in, and VP will be eliminated. It will
Virtues.pro was eliminated.
Once you've missed the second,
Wow.
you're not hitting the 3rd or the 4th.
Jeez.
Doesn't matter in the end.
Uh-oh. Wolves Esports.
Check in with Wolves, last place at the moment in this series. They did have priority to this zone, and they have picked wrong.
So apparently they're hanging on. They're doing better. It's despite they're in last place, they're gonna do better, and I hope so. Not. I don't know what to say.
Now Aurora, 20 points, 8th place. So they are 2 positions away from those top 6 spots that everyone is going to need. I think the good thing for Aurora is they are not far behind. They were in a far different position than NIP, for example.
Yeah, the Ring's about to go down.
Stage, they are not far away.
I always find it somewhat inspirational when you see one of the best players in the world missing shots. It's like, hey, we all do it. VKG still playing this northern side, but now they're going to have to Valkyrie. You can see the zone.
Now they have to escape.
JDG,
I don't blame them.
PXX, the 3 teams who are inside of zone, but it's become more joining them in just a few moments' time.
Uh-oh.
As air traffic control will start
Why is my
to have
phone
to
going
earn
off
their money.
for?
VKG LQ took a lot of damage on the way down. And that's the Newcastle. They need to keep him alive so that the mobile shield could go down to keep them alive. Not going to be able to do so. Aurora now trying to push in. They are safe inside of this building, but I think the flat kind of caught in a corner. They're going to bubble up on it. VKG did not survive. Nano finds that effect is starting to come to life. And the rest of flat tried to escape. 2 players dead. All 3 now flat will fall.
If Effect starts to cook, Aurora should start to make a meal of things. They're into 6th place now. It would be one of the qualification spots. They are looking a little bit more comfortable, but we can't get ahead of ourselves just yet. It is interesting to look at the stats for Effect. When he underperformed in the first couple of days, Aurora really did struggle. And whilst he is not the only reason why that team is going to do any good, he certainly can drag his team through hell at times.
It's a really tough rotate here for Ninjas in Pajamas. They're going to wrap around the outside. Now, Vayne is on the rate. He may be able to thread a portal somewhere for them. Aurora, in the meantime, just trying to survive. Effect has to retreat, pop that battery. Inside the maze of tunnels that makes up the inside of Somers University. Now, a couple of fences down. He's going to try and res the Gibby first, Oi Rain, so that he can get a bubble down and look to reset completely. GK now
Let's see what's going on, man. I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. 16 squads are remaining.
Round 5 about to close, and we have 16 squads still left. We've only got about 5 teams that are actually in said zone. There's going to be a lot of death and destruction here, and you mentioned it, NIP trying to move down on that southwest side. They have been able to find a portal.
Oh boy.
But I think the portal was into a couple of teams, so it's plan B, a potential evac tower instead here, if they would like to take it. But actually, you get a knock.
Uh-oh.
How about just send Kurev defensive Bombardment forward, 1 of 3. Now he's going to bubble forward, and NIP love to fight, and Kurev loves to be aggressive. We're seeing exactly that. Remember, power booster here on Gibraltar as well, so even when that bubble goes down, you would imagine unless
oh, this is gonna get crazy.
Patience in the moment from NIP as well. They know they can just hold this position.
Revolve DCG was eliminated. Yikes.
DCG do get eliminated. Gen G also struggling a little bit. Aurora have lost Oi Rain again.
Those poor guys. Danos was eliminated. Aurora was eliminated. Oh boy.
Dropped his last alive though, back over to NIP though, inside of this building, still safe. Still playing around the safety and the comfort of that bubble. PXX on the other side of this Newcastle wall, it is looking like a tough ask to go through them.
A very tough ask indeed.
Uh-oh.
NIP have done very well though, I will say. They got the bubble. And these wingman shots could be imperative for their chances.
Another bubble goes down. And there's a peacekeeper on the other side of this. Cole trying to get those fences down to stop the push coming in. 50% on that final, so they're not going to be able to avoid any grenades that come their way. There's an opportunity to escape out of that window, should they want to. But it's still just a standoff between the two.
I mean, out of the window into what is the biggest question? They have no sight lines of it right now. They don't know actually what they could be dropping into. Elsewhere, E36 are doing plenty of damage. GK Esports will be eliminated. JDG need to keep shooting up. They can at the moment, but floating hits some shots.
A little bit of an armor swap for him. So trades on either side of this fight. E36 lose 1.
Man, 12 squads left, by the way, in this final circle. Insane.
JDD lost 1 as well. Zipline Mafia dancing around these fights as well. You can see how close these teams are to each other. And with 12 squads remaining, it's no surprise Noise somehow scarpers away on the Gibraltar. Finally, JDG will go down. A Zipline Mafia now hold one of the best places. PXX will be out next.
With this many teams alive, it's very difficult
wow,
to stay
okay.
healthy as a full 3. You have
Let's see, where are we? Oh boy.
E36 find themselves in a strong position, though, I will say.
Oh, Shopify Rebellions. Well, at least they went out on the top 10. Down goes Gen and G Esports.
And now it's going to become the sky is becoming dark, as they will be fueled by defensive bombardments from Gibraltar's on purple perks, and Valkyrie's trying to navigate it.
Wolves have the only rampart in the lobby, by the way. I wonder if this Sheila could do some damage here in the late game to some of these Newcastle castles.
Oh, I see. Wolves Esports. They got.
And Wolves, of course, who dropped at Somers.
Wow, this is getting mad.
Where those zones were going. But can they make the most of it? 7 squads remaining. Zipline Mafia and RRQ having a little bit of a fight here. NIP takes some damage. Cole last alive, playing behind those knockdowns and trying to do what he can to survive. He'll hit a big beam. He'll hit a
Team RRQ was eliminated. Oh, jeez. So is Ninjas in Pajamas. Uh-oh, I think Wolves Esports are trying to clean house. Keto Trump is gone. Uh-oh, E36 off the top rope. What the heck is going on? For Fun Esports, enter 436. Yo, is Wolves gone? No. Zipline Mafia wins. Oh. Oh my god, Zipline Mafia just clocked them.
And to take the lead into this series up to 44 points. And after 4 matches, this is when we're starting to look at, okay, how many points are we going to need to get into that top 6? The Zipline Mafia are on a fantastic trajectory
That's
at the moment.
crazy.
I still don't feel like it's going to be enough, but they put their best foot forward here.
Long way to go still. Another different winner. Boy, the second half of this series is going to be intense, especially when those legend bans start to take effect and teams are going to be running compositions that
Okay, let me look up something. Wolves Esports, they
day here in the survival series. We'll take a look at some of the replays. In that end game, E36 somehow getting involved in those final moments. Cole, by the way, just went crazy in those final moments. Big beams coming in. I think he secured, if not top 6, maybe even top 5 for Ninjas in Pajamas in that game.
For Zipline Mafia, Olympus continues to be their home. 31 points they had previously. They add now to that their best performing
Oh,
map
he's
so far,
young.
the best performing Olympus teams in
Just
this
turned. Wait, definitely turned 20, right?
to match 4, but
Yeah.
one more. Remember, Olympus has only played twice. Yes, we had 3 E districts. We get 2 Olympus, we get 2 Stormpoint, and then we get 3 World's Edge. Now, interestingly, a lot of these teams did prioritize World's Edge for their POI draft, and for good reason. You're going to see it 3 times.
Yeah, made the
and
most
you
of
see it at the end of the series as we take a look at the match results.
Zipline Mafia, 22 points on the board, 10 KP along the 12 placement, along with the 12 placement points. Wolves,
Oops, sorry guys.
Somers University, stroke of genius for them to pick in the POI draft.
Down in the bottom side, though, it's not looking too good for a few teams that are still struggling to find those points. VK Gaming only getting the 1 on the board. DCG only getting the 3, but I think with
This is getting wild by the moment, so.
be too disheartened just yet. And I think that's what a lot of these teams need to be prepared for. There are going to be maps where you struggle. There will be maps you may get 0 points. As long as you capitalize on the maps where you have those good POIs, or when the zone is presented to you, you capitalize on that as well, you should still find success.
A lot of work to do still for all of these teams. You can see on your screen, you can VKG, the defending
All right.
EWC champions. Really relaxed about the situation they find themselves in. This is how everything looks in total, though. This is the series results as it stands. Zipline Mafia up to the top now, 44 points for them. 26 of them coming through those placement points.
And at a rough guess, maybe the projected cutoff would be around 80 points, if I was to give you a rough number. But again, that can chop and change depending on how those points are being shared out between teams, but that just gives us something to kind of aim towards.
I have to agree as much.
Way to go. That's
So.
we have 10. And perhaps we can readdress that at any point, but even here, it just feels like the teams that are still down at the bottom, you still have such a good chance here. And as we mentioned, perhaps it's just a couple of bad maps for you so far.
Well, Fun Esports continuing their domination as well, looking very, very strong. Well, as we say goodbye to match 4, match 5 is coming up in just a few moments' time. After this quick break, don't go too far. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Let's go to my account for the time being. Alright. Just up for a moment. Sliding over a little bit. Did I lift the... I think I did. God dang it. So far, this is kind of crazy, to say the least, but I get it, man.
I love that. Now talk to me a little bit, just kind of about the entire competition here so far. Have there been any teams that surprised you with how well they've done?
I would say Elite Esports, they came like a bit shorter in the EMEA Pro League, and they just got in by regional finals-ish. So I'm very surprised by them. Shout out to my boy Gunnar, he's doing absolutely fantastic, and I just wish him the best. And overall, I think the other thing is like Aurora, I would say, is like the only thing I would say that's a bit bad, but I'm sure they come back.
I know they definitely cut it a little bit close there, even just to make it into the survival stage. So we'll have to see how they're able to do now in today's series. Generally, how's your experience been though so far? Obviously, you guys have done pretty well for yourselves. But what's EWC 2026 been like?
Actually, like I'm surprised how they like set up everything in such a short time, like changing locations. I think it's absolutely amazing. Having the crowd here as well is a blessing. You know, shout out to all the supporters. I love you guys so much. And yeah, overall atmosphere is good. So.
One final question here for you, Unlucky. Any advice for people looking to try and come out and do this exact same type of thing that you're doing as a professional player?
I would say just chase your goals, chase your dreams, just believe in yourself, and just try it. You know, you got to risk something in life. If you don't do that, you might end up regretting. So just go for it.
Coming from one of the best, literally in the world, at Apex Legends. So Unlucky, thank you so much for chatting. Sorry to steal you from the crowd, but I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
From the regional finals, they hail on top here in the Survivor stage, guys. Zipline Mafia, they take the dub on Olympus, and as we transcend through all the maps through the Survivor stage, Tip, it's exciting because now we're already getting to see how these teams are playing with their lives against themselves, man. Their lives are on the line quite literally, as we will be saying goodbye to so many teams. Only top 6 teams advance into the finals.
Yeah, that's absolutely punishing. The fact that 14 more teams are going to be going home and not able to compete in our match point finals tomorrow as we get a look at the keys. Elite Esports that Unlucky was talking about has already crushed the first 6 keys. We'll see if we'll be able to keep that momentum up tomorrow. But I do love that Unlucky was also talking about Tyler, right? Over there.
Yeah, this is about to get crazy.
Nags. Now, some of those teams, they get kind of crazy out there, but they have been looking so impressive. Definitely above that average points per game that I'm looking for, considering they have 36 points. Now, I'm not going to do any math, but I am looking for 8 points average per game to get yourself locked into the top 6. Now, that's not necessarily going to be final, but it's definitely working right now.
Say, never do math here when it comes to
Oh boy.
You know how it goes, Tim. But it's
2 plus 2 equals 7?
No, maybe Nessie with the mustache. I don't know, but you know, it's important for these teams to keep track. You even see in between the games the way that they're keeping track of the overall standings themselves. And as we do continue on onto Olympus, this is going to be the last game on Olympus before we flip over to score point for game number 6 to game number 7. Once again, it's about the consistency. We see the fans.
Hang on, guys.
It's looking
Bathroom break again.
Welcome everybody to Paris.
Alright guys, we're back. Let's see. I'm going to hit tap again.
Meanwhile, Deep Cross Gaming is retreated to the backup carrier, looking for a full reset, and does obtain it. Roy and Lisan are coming back, which is crazy because they start in Oasis, they try to rotate in, get taken out, and now we're back just as far away. So it's going to be a tough rotation for them. They do not have a Valve.
RG now looking at Neo. VK Gaming still up on the high ground. And it's going to be that back-to-back you were mentioning with DCG getting that full reset at the very least. RRQ now are forced to fight against Neo.
We're good.
Isolated fight at that. Considering that Zipline Mafia coming out of Rift. Will want to prio this rotate instead. It's a lot of action with Straight playing, being able to get that first knock. 18 squads still left, looking ahead. Why are you running? The back-to-back. He's trying to get away. These longbow shots missing out until the last 160, but it's not enough. As he's literally still alive for 1 pixel of health between both of them. And so Upla's gonna be able to pop this.
Let's see.
They're definitely going to get those heals off, and as they run through a state straight towards Hammond Labs, will RRQ late chase? You see the evac tower in hand.
Okay, so RRQ is
cut mark off, right? The 6. So we must improve on that and go into a state to attack
playing.
them. However, after their full health, immediately one Strafing Flame lands. The battle begins.
Oh my goodness. I mean, they're not letting them go. Strafing Flame's upset. They need this KP. Oh, can he go for it at least this time around? Yes, he does.
Ooh.
He lands a longbow shot. He sees him go through the door, and it's an opening for him as now Neo is down to a solo.
We did just lose out on PXX as Flat and Dino both isolated them. There's going to be a ton of battles happening in that next circle, depending on how we shift. But for now, our teams like Team RRQ, Deep Cross Gaming, and Zipline Mafia still need to know where they want to approach from. I can imagine that RRQ is just going to cut east straight out of Hammond Labs. They're hovering over the survey beacon right now, likely going to base their information off of that. For Dinos on that southwestern side of the next circle, they're going to have to decide, do we fight Wolves? Do we capitalize on that? Kinotrope, on the other hand, have 2 down, and we've got a last-ditch effort against Dinos.
Oh man, Kinotrope fall because Dinos are just hungry. They get more KP.
Yep.
Oh, RRQ just do not let Neo survive. I mean, this has just been a back-and-forth duel between both these teams. Since the very beginning that they got out of Fight Night, they took over the BOIO between Estates into Carrier, and now they were eventually chasing out the solo. They got the KP and they said it's not worth chasing down the last member of WGR Neo. They want to prior rotate through Hammond instead, so that way they can control that high ground choke that would lead you out of the portal from terminal, especially looking at how the zone is pulling. They can also get the information off the survey and ring console over there while we take a look at Flat. We like to try to prioritize summers when we see all these different zones, but now trying to approach Wolves in this building. Nano off of the Axle is going to be able to get the Nitro Gate. Follow up to try to climb up here. With the kickstart too, that could really help out this fight.
I'm just waiting to see how we're going to approach it. In we go over through the fences. Nano loses out on his shield and is forced to reposition. This means Big Louie and Kuser will have to swing. So we're individually approaching this and getting broken down.
Dude, E36 is griefing them actually with the longbow, but now they have to drop down from a high ground. It's not like they're going to show face. And now Flat gets the trade off of Wolf, gets the answer back because the longbow shots are just too much. I mean, E36, look, even if that was a face-off against Wolves, that's just going to be free KP for them without even having to leave from their spot behind the amp barrier.
Whatever it takes. If that's me in a spot in zone dead center with a longbow in hand griefing everyone, then you know I'm doing it.
It's like music to my ears. You know what's going on. We've all been there in Apex. Although a little bit of revenge from Wolves to be able to get the knock themselves. It's not like they're going to give up too much of that space, though, because even if they give up this building, see if Dinos want to try to counter-rotate through that southern choke, or if they do want to commit coming in from the low to high ground towards Grow Towers from the middle part of the course from Olympus that exits out of Labs as Team RRQ do actually end up backtracking because we do get the res onto WGR Neo, so that means that that's going to be a trade-off from both these teams that we have seen from the very beginning eventually, but we'll see how that plays off too while we see DCG now moving out of Gravity Engine. a lot of these teams are outside this next zone.
That's because it's going to be a really tough zone to play. Forced to pop the Phoenix kid here. The team with the most kills on your screen, 5 currently for the lobby. But we also find ourselves positioned, like you said, between Deep Cross Gaming and RRQ. So our choice is incredibly limited here. We want to get ahead of that, and that evac tower in the distance is going to let them know we are definitely not alone here. And they're going to immediately sight us out if we peek out too soon.
It disappeared. It disappeared. He immediately destroyed. Wondering if that was a shield from the distance or something, but that
Had to be. Maybe zipline?
Yeah, I mean we've seen that happen before, and with the team now trying to gatekeep them. Oh my goodness! These shots are already DCG are hungry. Neil just cannot catch on. Without finally trying to get the kickstart back, but the kickstart now pulls him up. Finds a knock. It's up to Shao from DCG, but they're in a terrible spot with the zone closing it behind their backs.
Let me just tell you that kickstart from WGR Neo was everything. We're leaving the third behind, and as a duo, we take to the skies, straight over Aurora, and now we must find a playable space in that next circle.
Oh, wow.
I mean, coming out so deep into zone and literally being one shot, having to queue now right through the Watson fences. No time wasted when you're trying to put down the portal to get some of that extra speed. Hiding behind the crates. Nothing to see, though.
We're fine, right?
You hear the shots from afar. It's a little scary. It's
Before you start coming, I'm dead here.
Yeah, literally. I mean, they hear him. They hear him healing.
Oh, Kazakh from Zipline Mafia. Fresh off that match 4 win. This is their rotation. They saw every bit of it, and now they've sighted out one of the Grow Towers. Ty on that further west one.
15 squads left. Heads are dropping, and Aurora bunkering down with these Watson fences while Shaochen is still alive. DCG
What the heck is going on?
Underneath Aurora.
If you're gonna have a rat, let it be the Wraith. Like, always let it be the Wraith. And we're just chilling for now. We'll keep tabs on him. Zipline Mafia, high ground, Ty on that tower, VKG in the center. And the fact that we can kind of just waltz around here without getting stared at is crazy to me.
It's even crazier to see how Zipline Mafia has just basically had the Cinderella story, right? A team that would not have qualified for LAN without winning their regional finals are now sitting in first overall, where the top 6 teams make their way into the final lobby, are now holding onto high ground, holding this north side, but they still have to start moving into the next zone because it's essentially pulling right on top of RRQ, where E36 were trying to grief Wolf Esports earlier.
The fact that RRQ get over there is just only something that a Valve can do. We have to make that maneuver. Wolves are still holding that south side, but Deep Cross Gaming, after hearing from Roy in that
Oh, no.
it's still early
The
in
heck
the series.
is going
But our
on?
Zipline Mafia boys, making sure that their backs are cleared out. Is that the position they want?
Trying to give them their energy. I mean, can they get there? TIE also trying to find their spot while Zipline Mafia take to the skies.
They pinged out right where RRQ is. You can see they're getting the information. Do we slam down on RRQ and hit the chow?
Hold on, they're trying to find their spot. They don't really like it. They hear the fighting though. They could try to go for a 3v1. TIE also in trouble. You talked about the Sheila earlier. That's going to be E36, who have controlled so many of these buildings over on the outskirts of Pro Towers, are now looking at the action collapse right before their eyes. This is where they've been hiding behind these amp areas with a huge damage output. They find DCG, the unfortunate solo that could not get the reset, and TIE follow thanks for fun to get that KP to their name. 13 squads left, and only 2 teams are in this next zone right now, with the rest of this lobby on the outskirts on the north side of Pro Towers.
GK wipe out ninjas in pajamas off screen here as we work with Wolves, as Dinos have just moved in underneath them. You immediately start to see the setup, because as you know it, this is the south side fight. Who will move first? Zipline Mafia elsewhere taken out by
No.
JDG.
What the heck?
The team in 5th place.
So you need to see here, when Zipline Mafia have such a lead by 45 points, with Forefront being right behind him with 39, they could get overtaken. JDG sitting in 5th now, looking down at Shopify, who are right at their feet behind a Newcastle, while Bodie's in trouble. Zainu tries to give him suppress fire, with JDG being one of the few teams out here with the Fuse, Watson, and Alter getting the ammo that they need with this passive here from Stay Naughty, but he's just going to continue to harass
Wow.
I mean, we got to see this pile up with JD Gaming and Shopify. Now that the zone is closing in, GK are trying to survive and chase down against QQ, who's out, and the rest of BK Gaming. No flying around as they clip the Valkyrie wings. Say hello to my little friend as the Sheila is out. Looking down at Wolves, gets the following crack though, and the ring's closing in, which makes them move up. But it's enough pressure to force them to look away. Now it's down to only Keon, but the action has not stopped. Shopify get the following nuts. Dino's going crazy, and 4-4 fall as well as GK.
Wolves trying to crawl their way in. Dino's already there. Aurora, we lose JD Gaming. The collapse is here. And Wolves have all 3 players up. Will they be able to take down Enterforce 36 and the fight that keeps continuing?
Aurora trying to make this comeback to Cinderella story, but you challenge Sheila. Even with the L-Star, it's up to Oirain being on the Newcastle to get these reses. They can hear it from the other side though. And it's
Oh boy.
left. It's so hard to get this off.
Oh, jeez. Aurora Gaming eliminated.
Our neighboring Shopify were playing right underneath them. Enterforce 36 on the other side of the fence and behind these amp walls.
I don't know what it is about Wolves in the north. I'm feeling very Game of Thrones like. Maybe there's some dire wolves. They are surviving. But the next chow, Shopify Rebellion. Sheila, not available, but the RE45 is working just as good here for Zap.
Talk about dire wolves, maybe they're Starks themselves. They're hiding behind these walls. Simon takes it off angle. They didn't see him. They were fixated right in front of them. So we have to
My bad.
but the fact that No Name
What the heck is going on?
he's dancing around the bunny. See that they just got the rest. This is very bad news for Shopify. He even gets a shield swap. And Phony, where are you going? Back to the lobby, apparently. As Shopify get eliminated.
And Wolves with
Oh my God.
Crazy Kong on the Newcastle. That is the best plays you could have done.
Oh boy.
Team in the fight. No Name, infinite ammo upgrade going hard. And now with the Valk, maybe we're taken to the sky to look for that info as Wen and Crazy Kong can play oversight. But RRQ are still alive on the south, controlling this space. Missile swarms incoming.
With No Name taking to the sky on the Valkyrie. He's got 5 KP, by the way, to his name in this game alone. He gave the information to the rest of Wolves, and they have the high ground. They know where E36 is coexisting right underneath to their bottom right. And RRQ are praying that Wolves and E36 fight each other first so that way they can 3P and win this game.
And RRQ, a Valkyrie to the sky. Wolves staring directly at them. For now, they want to force Enterforce 36 into it. Strafing takes entirely too much damage. If your Newcastle goes down here, the fight may be over.
Now trying to hail from above with the way that just is able to get this knock on the strafing though. E36 still staying alive while Wolves and RQ are trying to coexist right underneath each other. With Wolves being on the top, you see another one now skyrocket themselves with E36 taking it off angle, but with Wolves fighting this knock on
This is getting crazier.
slowly as Wolves are looking to roar from the high ground.
Enterforce 36 got eliminated. Wolves Esports is trying to capitalize this. And they did it! Oh my god, it's wild! Holy smokes.
Wolves definitely needed that. 14 kills here on
And there we go again.
20.
But this is getting ridiculous.
Hey guys, I'm Bradley Oni. We're down
Oh, come on, man.
down here doing a little fishing,
Shoot.
Is that stand alone at the top.
With that dub alone, not only taking that dub and being at the top tip, taking the top of the overall standings with that. Together with RRQ, remember it's only our top 6 teams. We get the Wolves fans behind us. They heard their chants and they played that so well. They stayed on the high ground for as long as they could, getting the information. Honestly, the moment that E36 was slamming right in front of Wolves, I mean, what did Wolves have to do just other than just inch forward?
Right, and this is where you kind of take it back to that final fight. Immediately slamming down and throwing the mobile shield and then kind of just toggling back and forth. And the celebrations coming through with the reactions. You have to like hold your breath as a fan in that moment because it is so intense. They moved up so many positions on the leaderboard. We even got to see Papa Gen there, right? With the Wolves jersey. We saw him, what, just a couple moments moments ago before these games, and he was like, I had to switch my loyalties for Wolves today. I need someone to cheer for. And maybe that's the Papa Gen buff.
But maybe, you know what, the fact that he even got the jersey frame one, he was ready for it, giving them his energy with the rest of the fans here in the crowd. What a game for Wolves, 14 KP. Look at this. It's 26 total points in one game alone, and we are now past the halfway mark.
Wow, this is insane.
Survivor Stage Series.
I think they moved up like 13 spots, Vicky. Do you know how insane that is as we look to the back half? Shouts to WGR Neo. That was an incredibly challenging game for them, but they still walk away with 7 KP out of that, and all the constant kind of regains out towards the left. Even with Deep Cross Gaming, they were struggling there trying to stay alive. Their Wraith player at the very end, we saw them try to portal into the void and find a playable space, maybe try to pull a panic play from groups. Regardless, all you can do is try to get as many points.
Oh, now goes the stream. God dang it.
If you're a solo, you want every placement point that you can possibly get, because I know the difference between 6th and going to match point finals and that 7th place and going home is going to be minimal.
It's so tight, like literally. I mean, if you just look at those top 6 teams, right? It's like a point difference, maybe max 2, 3, and it's just these next few games will change everything for these top-heavy teams as we take a look at some of these replays. Honestly, this was unfortunate, right? I mean, I like what Zainu's attempt was right there, taking it off angle, but without having the backup that you need to help with these swings, you let the reset happen, and now Wolves have the high ground. L-Star in hand for Crazy. No Name went insane this game alone on the Valkyrie. Got the information. E36 eventually get eliminated before Wolves took it home for Game 5. And now we get to see the series results. This is what we're talking about. Look at this. RRQ Wolves tied with 46. The 1-point difference between Zipline and E36.
And Zipline Mafia,
Wow,
of
this
course,
is
36
nuts.
are at a tie as well with 45. For Fun and GK right below them. JD Gaming, who was inside that top 6, slipped just a bit. Deep Cross Gaming there as well for teams that need to kind of get it together slightly. Is going to be that Virtus Pro, Genji Esports, Flat, PXX. These are teams that are at the bottom and need a massive game to get that comeback. I'd rather see it in map 6, map 7, just so we don't go to the last 2 games in our 10-game survival stage here to make that comeback.
To imagine how some of these players feel, man. You get to see a lovely,
Castillo, share the sandwich, Ryan.
right? Like, he is going to town with that one. Team Liquid, as we get to say hello to the fans. Sees Team Liquid here alongside the rest of us. It's getting hot in the venue, and we still got game number 6 on the horizon. Don't go anywhere, because we are moving on to Storm Point next.
That's wild. Wait. Okay. The heck is going on here? Yeah. Okay.
This is
Crazy.
the line 'em up 2020, which will be hopefully used at some point to get him down.
The Zipline Mafia support. Oh man, it's been going down again.
Icon over there.
I love the Pathfinder play, man. You guys enjoying this atmosphere?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. It's great.
Yeah. Are any of you guys not from Kazakhstan? Where are you guys from?
We are from Munich, Germany. We live in Munich, yes.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm also from Munich, yeah.
So you guys came all the way out here just
Really,
to
they're Germans.
Just to support our teams.
All right, well, I'm sure Zipline's going to love it. Appreciate it. Any final words?
Whatever else besides Zipline Mafia they're supporting.
All right, so Zipline Mafia's got their
I wonder if they're
representative.
supporting
We're gonna find
SK
out who else is
Gaming.
representing over here in the stands. Okay, we have some amazing Aurora fans here. I think you're the biggest Aurora fan in the house. Who are your favorite Aurora players?
Yarka e Fake, hoje o treinador é o Esteves.
Nice. Can you show us your jersey?
Oh.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Hayarka.
Hayarka.
Doesn't motivate you. I don't know what else will. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he's so shy.
Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. All
Aw.
the families are gathering. Aurora, man, what a fan right there. He might be our youngest fan in the building.
He's shy.
Welcome back, everybody. We got fans of all ages in this crowd. Yarka stays winning, though, man. And I love being able to see these young legends giving their support. Aurora needing it all because they're currently sitting in 10th with 31 points. But you know what, Tiff? That gap isn't so big when you see how tight the top 6 teams are holding their spots. With JD Gaming being on the outskirts in 7th with 38 points. And it matters when we transition now onto Storm Point.
I'm so excited about this because we're just coming off a dominant Wolves victory, right? They used their second pick in the POI draft to grab Zeus Station, in which they are so comfortable at. That is one of the highest scoring POIs throughout our entire week here, averaging 10.25 points per game. And Wolves grabbing that, and also not only that, but they are their best team that we have in the lobby on Storm Point, with 52% of their total score throughout groups.
My dude.
From Storm Point.
What is his name?
Like, I'm just telling you, that's a perfect
Hey,
storm. If we've
Rain
minimized
Day.
and like, gotten so many points already in games that we were not the best
Crazy.
at, coming into Storm Point, you're like, this should feel like
It's
home.
so
Knowing how
shy.
many circles have gone to
Aw.
the north, Zeus is so important.
Now, I want to ask you, Tim, because now highlighting the teams that like to soak up these points, since we have 2 games on Storm Point before we go on to World's Edge, 3 back-to-back to close out our 10-game series, it makes you wonder because the legend that ended up getting banned off of that tie between Valkyrie and Newcastle ended up being the Valkyrie. Oh. So you won't have the Skyward Dive to find these rotates, which could be very different in the way that these legend bands have played out and the way that these teams perform on Storm Point.
Well, VK Gaming, as we pass through them, they are also the 7th best team out of our entire week here on Storm Point. So what do you say we just get into it, Vicky?
Let's do it, everybody. Game number 6. Back over to True Home Storm Point. We get to take a look at the Flyers, just the blue box over there, but we also saw the POIs earlier and how these teams perform in the way that they were able to secure where they feel most comfortable. For fun, going through Command Center where there will be that ring console, but a highlight over to our Game 5 winners, Wolves, in the way that they were able to not only take that dub, but how are they going to convert it to hold that first place spot?
It's going to be really interesting as we get into our first match on Storm Point, knowing that 6th place overall on the leaderboard is 42 points. And if you're finding yourself on the outside looking in, we'll kick things off over at Zeus with Wolves. Got No Name on the ring with Valk being banned, and we saw what movement he had with Valk, so it makes so much sense to slide him right onto Wraith and make that play. Do we have a ring console? I see a survey beacon up at Zeus and one of the tallest evac towers, and if we're hitting this, you know what that means. We're leaving Zeus Station. We've got to go elsewhere. Good look at the circle here. Dinos in North Pad. Going to be super lucky with what they've got over there. WGR Neo just towards their right, already full sending. So for teams like Zipline Mafia at Lightning Rod, you've got information available there. You definitely want to make sure you're sending one person out to go grab the Evo cash. To the south side, Shopify Rebellion, Flat, GK, Aurora with our fans. You know what? I'm so sorry. After that interview, Vicky, I was like, I am number 2 Aurora. We found number 1.
And my heart melted. I mean, you want to be able to put on a masterclass. It's difficult. And it's important to highlight with a lot of these teams already making this rotate into that next zone.
That kid is actually kind of cute, I swear. And he was so shy being interviewed.
Watson was the most picked legend alongside Newcastle. But Newcastle, you know, at 55% and Watson at 65%. It's to find these bunker down opportunities while staying naughty. Takes that longbow shot from a distance. He's on the Bangalore, by the way. He's got the wingman R9 in hand. Or Curve, by the way, I'm sorry, but Neo just cannot catch a break. Curve is able to pick up that KP, and Van is able to finish off Akba. It looks like there is a crazy fight happening over here with JDG now moving up from the back end before trying to find the players to drop down into the hole.
This is actually really interesting, right? We're foregoing playing Newcastle. We're going with the Sparrow Bangalore Watson.
and we are just gonna go hyper aggro and fight for everything. When we're seeing these teams now just rotate, there is a fight and a pileup that we once again saw in the feed. It's going to be NIP, Neo, who are in trouble, Wolves, who are now going, by the way, from Zeus. You talk about that big evac tower. You could have lunch and still be able to control your own legend before finding your landing. They do find their own landing on the outskirts of the wall, but it's a lot of these sniper fights that you have to be careful playing up the back end of these crates. Pulling over to North Pad. This is going to be interesting, Tiff. Talk about a little bit of a mix-up here and trying to find your space with a lot of these teams that have the ability to coexist.
Well, at least RRQ are holding this area. They have Newcastle, right? So should we pull out into the open water, what we saw with them a lot of groups is the Pathfinder plays. So you're going to have movement. You're going to be able to throw down an open so long as you don't get absolutely targeted by a Sheila, a team with like a Rampart, or just all of that. But you can lock it down, and they move into the far back and decide,
I had to use
let's stay
another
here for now,
break.
right? That's a brilliant spot.
Especially with this comp, right? It's not like you got but they're getting creeped by GK, who are also shooting at them from afar.
Uh-oh.
Hiding behind the amp barriers as Wolves have the number advantage trying to zip line away. You see the portal play Kazak now. I guess gets a little bit of breathing room here. Looks to get the reset. Neither of these teams
Oh boy.
trying to overextend. Spaghetti all over the floor with how messy that looked, honestly. But it's a full three-man versus a duo. It's a side-by-side, and fighting is happening everywhere, though, as VP down to a solo.
Oh boy.
So crazy to see how when there are 18 squads all left, Oz is still alive, playing up the other side of the knockdown, though. Looking to get this res. Can he bait out? Because there's still KNC right to their right. But a saving grace. That's a slam down from the Newcastle wall. It's a 4-team pile-up. Well, we have the res from the other side. Cole 2 going crazy. Finding 2 knocks onto Aurora. Jen gets the finishing blow onto BK Gaming.
And just like that, Gen G stays healthy. Back to the Zipline Mafia. They get a reset. They get a full team of 3, but No Name keeps the pressure on as they try to track him down.
This is getting crazier.
The Sparrow.
What?
Trying to make a Hail Mary play. An excuse has retreated to the top rock.
Oh my god, maybe not.
Actually, he's down.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Taken down thanks to the Braver.
WGR Neo has a Kraber. Synap from E36 has a Kraber, and that is wreaking havoc in the north. But we're still alive. Kazak is still here.
Yep, I see what's going on.
Keeps doing it. I mean, you can just hurl these Kravers in the direction and throw them.
What? Woolsey Source is eliminated.
Save them. The best insurance zipline mafia could have found themselves in double zipline, though. Which one am I gonna take? You gotta.
Yeah, the Zipline Mafia.
Again, as the solo, we saw the res coming in. We saw the Kraber shot up in the feed, and we're seeing zip lines for days.
The importance of him staying alive inside the top 6 is vital. Back to Gen G. PXX going for play.
Oh boy.
And this is so insane. There's 5 teams just ahead of them.
I mean, well, Gen G are just
Zipline Mafia got eliminated. Yikes.
would love to see that fight going down there over by that choke where the survey beacon is.
Interforce 36 eliminated.
Get eliminated. Gen G now move up after healing up.
Flat was eliminated. Oh boy, Gen G is looking for it.
The wall to survive. Close to the ring. 10 squads.
The Cheeto Trope boys are hanging on.
We saw Curve lighting up the feed. This is another team who is
Cheeto
also
Trope.
able to reset. PXX eventually get eliminated.
Oh boy.
All these teams are outside this next zone. Minus RRQ, Dinos, TIE, going up into the zone pool.
And the worst part about this is your first, second, and fifth place teams are out of the lobby. So all these teams getting points are vying to leapfrog over them. Kinatrope has a member down thanks to Kira Stinger Bolt.
Uh-oh, Ninjas in Pajamas are coming for them. For what? A double for Fun Esports and Keto Trope Club was eliminated? What the freak is going on? Holy. I guess Gen G's doing cleaning. They're cleaning out everybody. Oh, this is insane.
Playing off the cusp with 33 total points right now.
That's so McLovin of Cole to lock in the Catalyst in 2 plays like that.
Yep, I see how this is going.
Knuckle Cluster and L-Star to hold them at bay, force them back. We don't want them to rotate through here because Ninjas in Pajamas will have a difficult rotate. RRQ, Dinos, and Ty are the 3 teams in the next circle.
Ring is closing.
They're forming. They do get knocked though. At least one onto Ziki, but Dexter.
RGO Neo's out. Gen G. Holy smokes, they got eliminated as well.
KP, we are down to our last
Ninjas in Pajamas.
left here in this lobby. Well, NIP, oh no, don't.
Oh boy, hang on, boys.
Hold on real quick. But they're forced to play.
Time to, yeah, they better hurry. Nope, Ninjas in Pajamas was eliminated because of the circle, the ring.
Who start in North Pad.
Okay, Dino is going cray.
We're on purple. We have a pylon in the back pocket. And now we get to look down and see GK, Ty, RRQ.
By GK have been sitting here For so long from the very
This is
beginning,
getting
as
crazier by the
Dinos
moment.
With their POI advantage. Down to our last 4 teams, TIE, Dinos up on the high ground.
This is
RRQ playing
insane.
on the low ground, on the outskirts of where GK is situated.
Can I just say that Dinos have acquired 8 kills from their home POI? Usually, if you're not leaving your POI, you lose the chance out on getting kills, but they've made so much of it. J Future with the knuckle cluster, you can constantly onslaught people with that. They're already looking at TIE. If they had that pylon gone from them, do you know how many knuckle clusters would be?
Oh man, especially if you're able to take care of that gen in general too, and you're trying to also take care of these amp barriers, but it's going to be impossible when you have to worry about the Newcastle wall trying to zap that up. Really comes down to how this mother load is going to play off too, because with our last 4 teams here, it's important to highlight that
It's
our
getting
time is
much
for top
insane.
6. If they get one more KP, even the placement points alone, they will overthrow them. But with Wolves and For Fun also not being here, this could just easily be a shakeup within the top 3 in the overall standings after these 6 games. Seeing how now the Blast Zone's closing in right behind their backs, it's time for TIE to make a move.
And RRQ and Dinos are 5 points away on the leadership. 1st through 7th, and Keon, the Sheila in hand. We're just going to keep on going. Don't mind me, I'll leave this here. I mean, they're the only duo in the lobby, and TIE about to be out if they don't hold on.
You have to work with what they got. With the fact that they don't have their rate, that's very detrimental too. It's not like they're going to have a portal. It's not like they're going to have stall potential when the final ring does close in. But after getting that knuckle origin from the other side here, TIE is in a lot of trouble. GK are giving them the other half of the sandwich, but Dinos is looking at them. RRQ now move up. TIE get eliminated. Last 3 squads, and Dinos lose out on their fuse.
But they
Oh boy.
and they do. They're back up, and now setting their sights onto RRQ. But can they hold both teams at bay? They have found themselves in the center. Dropped has no wall in the back pocket, so he wants to let this fight go down.
Kiana's having way too much fun, but this is the presence you have to show off when you're down to a duo. Chaos now taking a flanking angle off the Watson. He's setting up the perimeter. This is so smart. They're wrapping up behind drop. He doesn't know. He puts on the wall to his left. They're looking at RRQ. RRQ's also having a great game, but not getting the KP they need. They have the placements. They may move up as Dinos now fully send it onto the duo. They want to be able to get double top 2 here. GK now down to a solo. It's just a rampart. RRQ was able to find drops. Future though taking it slow alongside DJ and feeling a rather chaos here. And with Dino having their POI advantage, they are your game 6.
Wow.
14 KP.
26-point game. We take that all day. You see the celebrations from the boys with Kashera in the back. Incredibly proud of what you're able to achieve. Those are the kind of games that can change your lives. They can cement yourself into the match point finals. But it's so close at the top, Vicky. It's so close.
It wasn't even closer, honestly, if they didn't get the KP that they needed. Taking the flanking angle right behind GK was perfect because they got the KP that they could get off the leftover duo. Then they fully send it onto RRQ, and then they are able to take the dub. This skyrockets them from what, 7th, 8th place, all the way up to 1st place in the overall standings with 59 points.
And it's so wild to me when you look at the legend compositions that we had in our top 3 teams and the difference of how much it made. The fuse there at the end from J Future, throwing his
Oh boy, I'm starting to feel faded.
Landed. Pricey was the Watson at that point for RRQ, who were playing Newcastle and Pathfinder. Dropped is still up with a Newcastle for GK. So like with Dinos not having a Newcastle, they have to get aggro.
It's so crazy to see, like, Fuse having the perk.
Let me see how many more games.
Because
this can't be it, is it?
Newcastles too in the lobby, them not running it themselves because they wanted to prio having the altar, so that way they could use that void nexus and just reset if they have to, holding onto the high ground. Look at this, 14 KP. First place spot over on their POI in North Pad with the chaos that we saw happening all the way on the north side. Even the teams that were trying to get aggressive, trying to find these fights in these tight chokes that would have left over 2 checkpoints. This is what you like to see from Dinos, especially when we have one more game left on Storm Point.
As you look at these points, especially on this back half side, I want to give flowers to Gen G. Despite going out in 6th place, they walk away with 15 kills. That is so many. Now we start thinking about what that cutoff for 6th place may be on the top 20. You are looking for around 60 points. That is how close the score line is after our 6 games. So with Dinos grabbing 26 points, moving to the top with 59, that is at an average of just over 8 points per game. That 26-point game alone covers 3 games for them out of a 10-game series.
Like the fact that they were able to get that, where I think it was like match 2 was like one of their better games where they got like 4 KP. They had like triple, double zeros going on throughout the course of these last few games. That banner, allow it to go up in the overall standings. Can they maintain that momentum is the question. As I'm hearing that Rain Day's got an interview for us, over to the floor. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Tiff and Vicky. That was a great cast. Great win by Dinos and a great player here with NIP Curiv. Talking about what's going up. You're 10th right now in the standings. What's going on in this lobby? Because obviously the stakes are as high as they can get.
I mean, the lobby feels like really normal right now, average, like the last one. Just like got unlucky in these last few games. We had really bad games at the start.
I don't know what's going on with me today.
Now with the boys, like Sparrow, so feels good coming back about the Sparrow. So yeah, like we just want to rack some points now and just feels secure.
I don't know if I'm gonna make
How big
it.
is it having a guy like Raven in your back?
I'm sorry, guys.
Supporting you in a moment where you have to pull out all the tricks of the trade in order to survive.
I mean,
Just
Raven,
too exhausted.
The best coach in the world. What can I say? Like he's always good with the buys when it lands. You know, has a pretty strong opinion on comms and stuff like that. So it doesn't feel like having a coach but a 4th player.
I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Thanks you for watching. I'm sorry.
And he's just not like alone on the game, but just like as a person,
I'm just
it's like
exhausted.
really good when it comes to like personal stuff or you gotta talk to him.